No. You could say anything you want, Dinah. That's not what I mean. I mean, a woman said something to me today that under normal circumstances you'd go, oh, okay, great. But now you look at it, you go, whoa. Is it okay for a woman to say that to a guy anymore and still take a position that they want to take?
We're live, you guys. Tonight we have up in the upper left corner the gentleman with the green hat and the glasses. That's Richard Chassler. You've seen him all over TV and movies. He's got special. He's the best. He's been in Alfred Hitchcock movies. He's been in current things. The guy's all over the map. I mean, we're really lucky to have him here tonight because he knows comedy. And he knows being a snooty snoot fuckity fuck with the wine. And he's going to teach us about Bordeaux tonight. And Dinah Leffert down here in the bottom, Dinah, is amazing because she's a comedian, SAG-AFTRA also. And she's also really hip with water documentary and stuff about conserving water. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. And she's here tonight to give me some advice too on my comedy that I want to take to a whole nother level. So I'm open to it because I'm drinking wine.
And we're drinking
cheers.
Wine.
Cheers.
And we're drinking wine.
Cheers.
I just have to say about Dinah, if someone asked me to describe Dinah, I would say Dinah is probably one of the most socially conscious artists I'm privileged to have in my world.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for saying that. And I don't know what to say about that except for the comedy community and the world and what's happening is informing me. So I'm not doing it alone. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's always been my argument to people's apathy is they have the same fucking information I do.
Right.
Why is it possible for me to do something but not you? Why can I be proactive but not you? Why can I walk out of the market with a chicken tender for a homeless guy and not you?
Right.
The information we have is identical.
Right.
And there's no more, oh, well, I didn't know about that because everybody's got a fucking computer or a TV or a cell phone, access to information.
Well, like the thing is life is perspective and everybody has a different one depending on where they stand or sit, depending on the way they're designed. We're designed like if we were robots, like we're all have this different design purpose. And so we just we make the mistake of assuming that everyone is designed like us. And in fact, it's quite the opposite. We are fucking snowflakes.
There's a saying that a very wise woman, one of the most brilliant human beings I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, Stella Adler. For some reason, I do better with smart women than I do smart men. I think I know why, but Stella once said to me, if you expect everybody to do everything the way you do it or understand things the way you do, you will find yourself constantly disappointed.
Amazing. Well, Stella Adler was a peer to my acting teacher in San Francisco, Jean Shelton. And in fact, Stella Adler came and taught our script analysis. And
that was her thing, script breakdown. That was her.
So she taught me script breakdown. And cheers to Stella Adler.
By the way, to sit in just 1 hour of a Stella Adler script breakdown class changes the way you not only look at the work as an actor, but it literally changes the way you look at people as a whole, because your understanding of the human condition and human behavior gets elevated to the universal level that quick with her. She has a way of making you understand the psychology of it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. There's a psychology to it. There's like you're mirroring she really wanted to not like bolster anyone's ego, but like elevate you as nurturing the artist and saying like, you are illuminating who, like, if you're really on this path of an artist, I don't want this to sound pretentious. It's
no, be pretentious. I'm about
but
to
it's like you are, like, she would be like, you are walking on holy ground.
She used to call the stage the platform. Mm-hmm. She never called it a stage. She referred to it as the platform. And she said that if you step onto that platform, you owe the world and the universe a debt of gratitude, because it's a privilege to be able to stand downstage center and command that type of attention.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny because when I first got into stand-up, I had a background in theater. I came in as an actress, but I didn't want to be, wow, software update right now. Thanks, iPhone. Wow, that was trippy. Yeah, I got interrupted. What were we talking about?
You were saying that when you first started stand-up, like me, you came in with a theater background.
Yes. So, but I was thinking, man, I wish I would have got to stand up earlier, because this is my calling. And then I think I saw it was Dave Chappelle on Actor Studio, mm-hmm. and he was saying, like, you should take acting if you're a comedian. You should have that. And all of a sudden, I got recreated. Like, okay, I haven't wasted any time at all, and this background serves me.
So I'll tell you a hilarious story, and then we'll get to some other shit, I guess. When I started doing stand-up in 1986, I had just come off a soap opera. I was on Santa Barbara for a very short period of time.
You were on Santa Barbara? That was my favorite show.
I was on Santa Barbara for a very short
I used to run home from middle school freaking out. Like, I have 3 o'clock, right? 3 p.m.
Yeah, 3 o'clock, NBC. So I was on Santa Barbara for a little bit. And after they fired me, because I thought I was a star of the show, I got a job at Paramount as a guard, which is where I met Mark Price, who was Skippy at the time.
Yes,
right. And that's how I started doing stand-up. So when I first started doing stand-up, for literally like my first 2 or 2.5 years, I was going on stage acting like a stand-up comedian. Like, I was an actor. So I could not break free of, so I would go on stage like, hey, how you guys doing? Waka, waka, waka.
Well, my problem was that, like, 6 months in, because, like, I had stage presence from doing so many plays, people assumed that I was already a headliner. But it's kind of like learning, like, having really good pronunciation in Spanish, and then people just think that you're, like, mentally slow because you're not fully, you like, it seems like I'm semi-fluent, but I'm totally pretending like I'm fluent.
Like, I watched a lot of Lucy. What?
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, I was always funny. That's the thing, is, like, I was trying to carve out this serious, respectable acting career in theater and respect for acting and all this stuff. But the truth of me is that I'm ridiculous. I'm a friggin' comedian. Like, I did acid when I was 11 years old. And on the height of, like, the peak of my high, I looked in the mirror and I saw the jester hat. Yeah, that's what the mirror, my soul showed me, that I was the court jester.
Sure.
So I had an acid flashback doing stand-up, and I realized that's what the court jester meant. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. It's very spiritual. Cheers.
The whole being an artist, you try to explain this to people. Like, when I started doing theater literally first grade. So I guess we'd be like, what, 7?
First or 6? Yeah, 7. Mm-hmm.
I was, like, attracted to theater. I got cast in Jack and the Beanstalk. I was Jack. And that was the end of it. I was doing theater up through the end of high school. But when I was also 7, that same year, I built a drum set in my basement. And 2 weeks later, there was a drum teacher at my house teaching me to play drums. And I built the drum set out of, like, toys and a rocking horse and a table with chairs. That I don't know how I knew how to build a drum set. I don't know how I knew where the drums went. Past life stuff, maybe. Something I saw on Merv Griffin. I don't know. But all I know is that by the time I'm 7 again, now there's a drum teacher in the house. So I'm doing plays in school, taking drum lessons at home. Next thing I know, I'm writing short stories. So like for me, I don't know that it was ever one thing. I just had to be making stuff up.
Right.
Like, I had to be
agile with your hands, and
I had to be creating stuff at all times. And the music just came as a second nature. And that comedy I never even thought about doing.
Me neither. I didn't even realize it was like, it wasn't even in my consciousness. Like, oh, when I started doing it, I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know I could do this.
Wasn't part of the syllabus.
No, not at all. Totally. That's what I love most about it. It was totally unpredictable for my life. But at the same time, when I told people I'm doing it, they're like, yeah, it was like coming out as gay and everyone's all, we knew that about you. Like, it made every sense in the world to everyone I knew, except it was a blind spot for me. But I was going to say, 7 was a big year for me too. Like, I came home with a big fat lip fighting up the street. And my dad he was like, okay, it's time this is like in New Mexico. My dad taught me how to kill somebody with 2 fingers, Kung Fu. He's like, it's time to teach you how to kill somebody with 2 fingers.
Kids need to know, how to assassinate a human being.
I never needed to kill someone with 2 fingers, but just him, it was like he handed me a secret loaded gun internally.
Yeah.
Changed my life.
I get
Happy Father's Day, Dad. Thanks for giving me the how to kill someone with 2 fingers.
All I wanted to do was act, Dinah. That's all I gave a shit about. I got my job at Paramount as a guard because I got fired from Santa Barbara and I wanted to be at this. Oh, yeah. Right? So I meet Mark Price. Now I'm friends with the guy who's on Family Ties. Mark and I are friends. We go to his house. We're hanging out, drinking wine, ordering pizza up. And he's like, oh my God, you're so funny. You should do stand-up comedy. I go, I study with Stella Adler. I play Falstaff. I do Shakespeare in the Park. I'm not a court master. I'm not doing stand-up comedy. What are you? That's for fools. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I did my first open mic at the old Laugh Factory.
2 weeks later, you're like, oh, I
killed because everybody kills their first time on stage. So then you go, oh, it's like theater, immediate reaction.
Right.
And then you eat it for 3 years.
Right.
And you go, this
right.
is
Right. First time I did it, I didn't do it again for a year. I was so freaked out. But I knew I was going to do it again, but I was just like, oh, like a year went by. So it's really like, I kind of worked my way through ensemble theater to a 2-person play to a 1-person at the mic. But I had to do it in levels because the truth of me was I was a really shy little chicken shit that acted tough.
Sure.
But I was just shy chicken shit. And so I still get all this fear and anxiety, but it's kind of like a propeller. I feel all the fear and anxiety, and then I have to, it's like a catapult. It just like catapults me through whatever I'm doing. So it's like, I liken it to bungee, like mental bungee junking. Good junking.
Bungee junking. It's funny. I try to explain this to civilians. And when I say civilians, I don't know if anybody's actually watching this, but by civilians, I mean people who really just are not artists. I mean, everyone wants to think they are. Everyone thinks they're, I can do that. No. Artists have this unbelievable ability to suffer. Like, we have this built-in need for something, and it makes no difference. It's like it's like an athlete, a guy who knows I have to be a major league pitcher. And there's like, it becomes this, you look at the world through a different colored lens. You know what I mean? Artists don't look at the world through the practicality colored lens that people who become accountants and lawyers and housewives and no, we're like dark rose-colored gold with spiraling crystal shards of light shooting through it. You know, that's what we see. So when you're describing what you're describing, I'm like, yeah, clearly that's just, it's average. You look off the balcony, that's what you see every day. But other people are like, what is wrong with you people? You sleep in your car for a year? Yeah, how could I not? I needed to pay my acting teacher.
For real.
You know?
For real.
Yeah.
I remember, my 20s were like, how am I going to pay my acting teacher?
I lived in my car.
I had a work study. Gene Shelton gave me a work study.
Stella, and I couldn't pay a landlord. And I had a shit job where I was making like $5.50 an hour. It's like 1985, 86, you know. And I decided I lived in my car. I didn't decide. I was forced to live in my car for a year because I couldn't pay rent and Stella. And I had to study. Like that was like, so I lived in the back of my friend's home.
Wait, we really dived in fast. But
I know. How'd that happen?
Did we ever talk about...
Let's get there. What are you drinking?
Well, okay. So like I was telling Linda earlier, I really went through the entire quarantine sober. Okay. I just started drinking a couple days ago. Like the last drink I had was December 27th. And then it was a friend's birthday. It was a friend's birthday and it was like...
Did you smoke?
Oh, sorry. I mean like Cali sober, where you smoke weed.
Right. Cali sober. In a Cali sober.
That was Cali sober.
Yeah, Cali sober.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like my family are big wine drinkers and they live up in Sonoma, my like mom's side of the family. So but here's the thing.
That's where wine comes from.
Yes. But at the same time, I hate to say this, but the Monsanto poison, the glyphosate, permeated Napa Valley, Sonoma Valley, some of Kenwood. I'm not sure, a lot of those organic wines, and they all tested positive for like glyphosate.
Yes,
so I personally went back to, it helped me find my favorite wine, which is a Bordeaux. And so I just look for chateaus that are like, trust me, I know you're drinking that 2015 and that's what I really want to drink. But it was like, could I get these 2 bottles for the price of that 1 bottle? So that's what I did. I got this Chateau Saint Emilion.
Right. I like Saint Emilion.
It's a Grand Cru.
Very nice. I got
this Chateau Romfort. Oh, I did get a 2015.
There you go.
Can you see that? So this one was only $15 though.
Okay.
For a 2015, and the other 2015 was $64.
Okay. And the other bottle you're holding, the Grand Cru from Saint Emilion.
This one is like $24.
Now, is this Trader Joe's or is this wine store?
No, I went to...
I know that wine, by the way, the Chapelle de Morel that you're holding.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know that wine.
You like it?
I've had that wine before.
Pretty good? Well, I got it at this, there's a liquor store in the Valley, and they have like, it's right off of, it's where that synagogue is. It's across the street from the Sherman Oaks Chabad.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a liquor store right there, and they just have a crazy selection of really great wines.
Coming in.
So I went to go help my friend over there, and then I was like, oh, I got this wine Zoom. Let me go get something good.
So I'm a crazy Bordeaux guy.
How so?
When I started,
how Bordeaux are you?
I don't want to say I'm Bordeaux, but Bridget got nothing on me. I reached for that.
I got it.
I had to reach for that. I just needed to get something out. Sometimes it don't have to be funny. You just got to get the joke finished.
Oh yeah, or we're supposed to be funny. Oh, we're supposed to be giving comedy tips.
We'll get to her in a minute. No, I'm just kidding.
He's gonna do the Snooty Snoot stuff first. Do you want to know what I'm drinking?
Okay,
let's say what it. Yes, please.
This is from 7-Eleven, and it's got a kangaroo on it.
You mean
the
Yellowtail
7-Eleven? That's very aged.
Is that good?
That's got a lot of age on it.
Honestly, like Yellowtail. If you're gonna drink a 7-Eleven wine, Yellowtail is excellent.
Okay, cool. So it's the best of the worst.
Yeah, no. It's like Australian, right?
I thought that was cool.
It is cool. It's a very affordable, excellent wine. Yellowtail's great.
Is that the Sauvignon Blanc?
They don't make it large enough for me to read within my cheaters.
Hilarious. So when I started drinking wine, I got turned on to it by this Italian chef when I moved back to New York in 2001. And the first thing that I think for everybody for wine, it's like people don't get into like you drink this one wine that makes you go, oh, what's that?
Right. And
You know?
and yes, and these Bordeaux's have that. They have that very like light, smooth.
Some do. Oh, so Bordeaux, like the first thing I tasted was a 96 Bordeaux. The chef in this place, we went downstairs. The owner of the restaurant fucked us on a tip. So we took some Bordeaux out of the wine. We opened it. We had just gotten stoned outside. Next thing you know, I take one sip and I'm like, wow. He goes, yeah, let me show you. Now, this was the hook for me, you guys. He goes, let me show you. He goes, with weed, we pinch, we sniff. Wine, we swirl, we sniff. I go, I'm listening. He go, with weed, is this indoor, is this outdoor? With wine, is this biodynamic? Is this organically grown? Is this dry farmed? With weed, it's you smell that lemon, that gasoline. With wine, it's you smell that leather, that tar. I was like, so it's the same thing. He goes, same thing.
I'm like, you smell that? You smell that old money?
That's how.
You smell that privilege?
You smell that? You smell those barons? The royals?
You smell their feet that crush the grapes?
I love feety wine.
I smell Lucy.
So Bordeaux became the thing I kind of got attached to. And now 20 years later, I've got 500 or so bottles of wine in my cellar.
Wait, did you just hear her? She smelled Lucy.
You smell Lucy?
She smelled Lucy. I just didn't want that to go past. That was really.
I don't know if she's.
Like, I like the double entendre.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. You know. Very, very nice.
Did you drop something? What happened?
My cell phone. It's living with Linda here.
Here, Dinah. So right here in one of my wine fridges, this is a 1975 Newton Rothschilds.
Sheesh. You know what? I almost bought a Rothschild and I was like, oh, I have too many conspiracy theory friends. I cannot buy a Rothschild.
Well, so I don't know what's true, what's not, but this is from the 70s. I mean, I've got Margaux from the 50s. I got all kinds of crazy stuff.
You have Cabal wine.
I have Cabal wine.
Are you in the Illuminati?
I am Illuminati. I am a Juminati.
A Juminati?
Yeah. It's a little bit different. You know, we just kind of sort of dominate show business and restaurants in New York. Other than that, like, they don't let us in anywhere.
Yeah. My uncle says he's the lighting guy for the Illuminati.
That is very funny. So this Ronin, I got at a tasting. See, I go to tastings you see them. I go to tastings all the time, or used to at least. And that's where I find all these great wines. And what a lot of people don't know, and this is why you can be a snooty snoot fuckity fuck, is because this is made by Chateau Clainet. A bottle of Chateau Clainet on release could be anywhere from, I don't know, probably 75 or 80 bucks to 140, depending on the vintage.
Sure.
This is their second wine. It even says Clainet on the label right there, Ronin by Clainet. Okay, this wine is 100% Merlot.
Really?
Yeah, it's $13.
Wow. I was afraid to find out because I want to try it, but I was like, that looks expensive.
So sick. I mean, on my birthday the other night, I opened a $130 bottle of Arietta Cab from, 2003. But you don't have to spend great money to drink great wine.
Right. Yeah. But sometimes you do, because like one of my aunts has some money and she spends it on wine. She loves her wine. It's like, she would be so disappointed that I can't remember her wine that she drinks, but It's next level.
Is she drink Pinot, Burgundy, Bordeaux, Napa Cabs? What's her thing?
It's more of a Napa Cab.
Napa Cab. So she's probably drinking like Harlan and Screaming Eagle. I mean, if she's spending money, $600-700 a bottle kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know if she's spending that much because she's getting cases, you know, that she hides like in the cellar. And then so we'll have like a Thanksgiving, and then all the riffraff will leave, and then she'll bust out the good stuff.
I understand. I'm the same way.
I had to leave early. She was like, "Where are you going? Like, you're like VIP is happening now." I'm like, "I'm staying with my cousin. I gotta go."
Whoa.
I hope my cousin's not watching.
I would ditch the cousin. I'd be like, "The good wine is coming out. Uber later."
No, but that was right around the time where I was about to. Oh no, that was Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. Yeah, it was Christmas. I was like, that's when I quit drinking at December 27th. So my last drink was a shot of tequila at the Occidental bar in Occidental near my cousin's house where we were staying. Like, I was like, okay, this is it. And then she went to go grocery shop, and she's like, why don't you go get yourself a drink at the bar? If you're going to quit, go get a last drink. And I was like, excellent idea.
Yes, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Well, so that's the other thing. It's either a really nice wine or I love a really nice tequila.
See, for me, it's wine or scotch. And if I'm out at a bar, there's no wine. Can't order wine.
I could do a scotch. I drank scotch with my little Nana, but it reminds me of her, but it also seems very like grandpa-ish.
Really?
Scotch? Yeah, because I drank it with my grandparents.
Oh, I don't know. It seems to be a big deal now. There's scotch bars everywhere, and $7,000 has like 5 million scotches.
I mean, I know it's not a grandpa drink. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm not calling you a grandpa, Rich. I'm just saying it's a grandpa drink.
I mean, I like the smokiness. Okay. I like the smokiness. Snooty Bug. Holy shit. You guys, have we gone live?
Yeah, we've been live for a while. Take it away, Richard. It's your show.
No, it's your show. Dinah and I are here for you.
Nice.
No, you're doing the Snooty Snoot Fuckity Fuck part now. And then you guys will morph into giving me comedy advice. I'm just here to watch.
I saw a couple of your clips. We can fix that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dinah.
I just want to cheers my friend Yelda. Cheers, Yelda. Thank you for joining us with your bean.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Cheers, everybody.
I'm so happy to be drinking wine with Dinah. I love Dinah Leffert, and she's just one of these people you don't get to see enough.
I know.
Dinah has, by the way, for the record, Dinah has under her belt, in her holster, would it be a litany of great local shows that she has booked. You've had some good rooms, dude.
Dude, you're so right, and I miss them so much.
Red Rock to the freaking the Smoke Easy in the Valley.
Yep.
That was
okay. The Smoke Easy in the Valley. It was the most legit. Like, it was just before Prohibition ended.
So great.
It was a dabs bar, and I was able to like pay people in dabs, and it was in a real Smokeezy. It's like a headroom gallery, head shop where you buy bongs, but there's this door, a very thick door in the back, and you say the secret code comedy, and then you go through the thick. You're walking into a humidor. They have this circulation thing, and then we had real sponsors.
Wait, you got to draw the picture. When you walk through the door, there's a long bar on the right where people are sitting and smoking. Then the whole room is filled with these kind of like school desk tables, and each one has a power supply on it so that people can bring their fucking dab rigs with them and plug in. So at each one of these tables in the Smokeezy, everyone's got their own dab rig set up, and they're all going to town.
It's like You could get bottle. It was a membership only club where you
Bottled
could get
water.
bottles. It's bottle service, just like any club, but the bottle is not a bottle. It's a rig to smoke wax extracts,
Right.
cannabis. And it was just so unique and
great.
wow.
Yeah,
so yeah. Okay,
gig.
so I'm gonna do you know, when it's towards the end in August, near my birthday, August 27th, I'm gonna do a real speakeasy. And this time it's gonna be to actually speak easy. We're gonna, if there's, yeah. So yes, you're booked right now.
Does it look like I'm cutting?
Does it look like I'm cutting? That's because I'm a chef, you guys. I actually burnt myself on some good eats because I was chefing it up.
I've been chefing it up as always as a hobby, and I got to tell you, my game has risen on a few things since I've been in quarantine, and I'm still quarantining for the record. I'm not one of these, yeah, let's go out and get sick people. I'm still quarantining, and I've perfected like a couple of things that I was working on for a while.
Like what?
Like my turkey meatballs now are the greatest things you've ever had in your life.
That's a
the picture
big
looks so
promise.
good.
Especially since most times turkey meatballs are dry and flavorless.
Yes. Okay,
so,
now I believe you. Now I believe you because they sound juicy. Your balls sound juicy.
My balls are very juicy. You soak them in butter.
What do you put in them to make them that good?
Honestly, so one of the things I do is I melt onions and garlic. Are you familiar with that term? So I melt
with that term. Wow. Okay, yeah. I start most of my meals with onions and garlic and olive oil sauteing. That's the base.
Right.
Minimum.
So I melt onions and garlic. So the turkey meatballs are basically 93%. I'm going with 93 instead of 97, so you get a little fat in there. And it's your basic meatball, but it's the seasonings I use, and it's the egg, the breadcrumbs.
I like how you like dug into your chef jargon Rolodex.
I've been cooking since I was a little boy. I love cooking. So I got my turkey meatball game up. I got my chicken enchilada game at the top, like at the top level.
All right. I'm on a microwave Amy's cheese enchilada.
Amy's is
Amy.
I'm telling you, I went wholeheartedly grandma Mexico, and I did the whole thing from braising the chicken to then making the stew and letting all the chicken cook in the stew, and then shredding the chicken. Like I did it all down really old school Mexican, and I made the best chicken enchiladas I ever freaking had.
Muy bien, muy bien. Qué rico suave.
And popcorn.
Oh, me too. Popcorn. Okay. Popcorn was dinner a few times because there was like, I am not leaving this house and I don't have groceries, but I have popcorn and I have some weed butter or just regular butter. And the key ingredient for me is the it's nutritional yeast.
Sure.
The butter and the nutritional yeast is so scrumdiddlyumptious.
Well, now I was always popping in a combination of like butter and oil. Okay. And during quarantine, I'm like, I need to do some research because my popcorn wasn't coming out like movie theater crunchy. How do you get it like that?
I had that problem.
Coconut oil.
Trick.
Coconut
oil.
Coconut oil gets hot, super fucking hot. That's what they're using in either coconut oil or what was the other one that they use? It'll come to me, but coconut oil is what I discovered is the most. So now I'm using coconut oil, and instead of putting butter in the oil, because the butter fat is what makes the popcorn soggy. Now I'm clarifying butter.
Yes.
Before I pop the popcorn, first thing I do is I'll take like 3 teaspoons or tablespoons of butter, throw it in a pan. I'll clarify the butter, pull the fat off. Linda, you listening to this? Then I pour off the clarified butter. Then I make the popcorn. And the clarified butter won't make the popcorn soggy. It's the milk fat solids in the butter
All right.
We're checking popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. You thought this was going to be funny, but you're getting cooking tips as well.
Well, hey, you know, it can't be funny, be interesting, right?
Apparently, there's a lot of interesting open micers nowadays.
Oh, I don't know if they're that interesting.
Well, they're definitely not funny. I said it. Come at me.
Oh, I went to have you done the drive-in comedy? It's outside in the parking lot, in the Fry's parking lot.
I was asked.
Okay, I did it. And we were chased out at the end by police helicopters who literally gave us the light. Yes, they hovered and circled and hovered and circled. And I finally just was like, I better get out of here because they're gonna call drive cops.
It's like drinking in a parking lot when you're in high school and the freaking cops show up over the park and you're like, oh, whoops.
It was honestly, it rattled me. I was a little.
Why would they even put that on then? Did they not have a permit to do it?
No. They've been doing it for several weeks. It's just that what I realized later is it's a Fry's parking lot. They're going to be more protective over the merchandise at Fry's in case it's any type of. It was just bad timing.
I saw the looting on TV, mostly comedians. I saw that. It was, if you see the looting video all throughout it was mostly comedians.
Comedians looting?
Yeah, that's why the copters flew over and broke up the show. Because, you know, comedians have a reputation for looting during riots, you know.
Well, it was very rude. I felt like it was an infringement upon our rights. We were social distancing. It was outside. And I believe they had a permission to do it. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I did that. The beginning was excellent. It felt like 1980s all over again. You could smell weed in the parking lot. And it was just like, this is how you keep weed weird. You know, it's like, this is where we began. I felt like a teenager almost. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to vape.
It feels like freedom of speech is being taken away.
You know, Linda, I'm glad you said that because you just brought up something that's been on my mind for a couple days. Seriously. I was influenced by Lenny Bruce. When I started in 1986, Lenny was it for me. I bought every LP he ever put out. I still have them, all the vinyl. And I love Lenny. And Lenny's whole thing was that words only have value that you put into them. If I stand on stage and say dirty toilet, that's only offensive if you choose to be offended by the words dirty or toilet. The phrase itself doesn't mean anything except the value you give it.
That's what I love about Lenny Bruce. He was existential with his shit.
Agreed.
And my dad was pissed when I first started doing comedy and I was like making jokes about my parents. And he's like, listen, kid, like, there's way more important things to be doing comedy about. You have to remember, like, I was in those rooms with Lenny Bruce when he was jumping out of windows to get away from cops. So you better bring your level of comedy up quick.
That's a true story. Lenny Bruce jumped out a second-story window, broke his hip, pushed his knee all the way up into his hip. Yeah, totally true story. But you say that to people today who say, bullshit, words fucking hurt. Words have meaning. Words matter. So where's the middle ground? If you want to be a comedian who, for me, I'm not politically correct. I don't give a shit. There are no rules for me. If you don't like me, change the fucking station. Like, that's why I will always say that. I will never, ever, ever subscribe to any type of political correctness or censorship or anything. As long as this country still has a First Amendment, if you don't like me, change the station. I'm not changing what I say. But when I said that about Lenny recently to somebody, he said, no way, man. Bullshit. Words fucking hurt. You can't say, N-word or kike or whatever you want to say and not think it's going to have an effect on somebody. And I walk that middle ground because I'm not sure which way I lean on that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I know where I lean on it. Okay. Because I have had a transformational experience where I got that life is empty and meaningless. And it's empty and meaningless, that it's empty and meaningless. And that we're putting meaning into things, and we're also interpreting what somebody maybe didn't say, and people get triggered and they're always projecting on you.
Right.
And it's more about them than it is about you. But at the same time, right now, when I hear, just in the climate that we're in, when I hear like, well, I'm never going to change what I say, and I'm going to be, I'm not going to be politically correct. It's like, I know you're not saying this, but it sounds like you're saying we're like, I'm going to be racist if I want to.
No.
And I'm not saying you're racist. I'm not saying you're racist.
What I really should have said was, I'm going to continue saying things designed to educate and get people to think universally.
And punch up instead of down.
Right?
Right?
That's what, well, always punch up. Always punch up. Unless in comedy rules.
Teachable moment for Linda right now, right?
Yes.
Punching. So one of the rules in comedy that is like, I don't know if it's a rule as it's a moral code, and it's that you don't punch down. Like, you don't make fun of the marginalized. You don't make fun of the underserved. You don't make fun of the, like, not that you don't make fun. You can make fun of everyone, okay? But
it's not funny, and it's too easy to look at a guy in a wheelchair and go, What's funnier,
you want to make that guy the hero.
You got to make that guy the hero by getting at the fact that he's in the wheelchair in your comedy show. Then you got to ask him as many questions that you would ask a normal person. You know, are you getting laid? You smoking weed? What are you drinking tonight? Who you out with? That makes him the hero because everybody already sees him as marginalized. So by doing nothing but asking that marginalized person the same questions you'd ask anyone else in the audience gets to applaud that guy.
Yes.
You see that?
That's beautiful. Thank you.
That is invaluable what Dinah brought up. She's 1,000,000,000% right there. And it's a mistake people make all the time and step in shit on stage. And
1,000,000,000%.
And then what happens is they leave that pile of shit on stage stinking all fucking night because the guy's sitting there in the first row in the wheelchair because that's the only place they can put him.
Although, let me say this. In 2006, I did a comedy contest for comedians that only have been doing it for 2 years and under, and I won first place. But how I won was the guy before me was in a wheelchair. And my first line out the gate was, I thought this was stand-up comedy.
Good night. Was that Dante's?
Yes.
Nice.
But no one was laughing harder than the dude in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. You can always win. That if you're smart, and I'm going to use that word not liberally.
Right.
If you're smart, you can get that guy to laugh before anybody else in the room.
Right.
What are the tricks to doing that?
Not a trick. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I said if you're smart, not if you're tricky.
Okay. Linda's looking for tricks.
Linda, there's no tricks. I saw your act, honey. We're gonna sweep that shit right out the fucking door. I did a Zoom show last night with a guy who reminded me of me when I started because he was, and I'm not going to say this, but he was like super handsome and good looking with thick hair and the whole thing and looked like he could have come off a soap opera like I had just did. And he liked to say a lot. He'll make a premise and then he'll go, well, I don't know what to do with that one, but I'm still funny anyway. Look at this. Like he literally referred to his face. And this is the MC of the show. So when I went on, I had notes and I let him have it. I don't know if I still have the notes, but I let him have it. And I said, this is not a punchline. I don't know what to do with this. Means you don't know how to write a punchline. And if you're going to be a host, you should tell the audience you have no punchlines.
Right?
That's what I told him.
You know what Jerry Lewis said? He said, you get up there, you tell them what you're going to do, and then you do it.
That's right. That's right.
But he also said female comics weren't funny. So fuck you, Jerry Lewis.
Well, you know what? I think, and let's talk about that for a second then. By the way, Dinah, I cannot tell you how fucking happy I am to be sitting at a table with you, drinking wine, having discourse.
Me too, and thank you. I mean, I'm also quarantining, even though I already had that shit. I only go out and just whatever I need to do, or help somebody, or do it. Whatever I'm done, I'm going straight back home. I'm not hanging out, and so you guys are my friends right now. Like, I'm not like, oh, I have a show. I'm like, oh, I have a Zoom date.
Right, literally.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
a public Zoom, you know, like,
I literally
play date. Like,
I've known you a pretty long time. I've known you a pretty long time, Dinah. 15, 20 years, easy.
Did you see how she just came up
Yes.
out of her? That was fantastic.
What was she doing back there?
She was giving herself a BJ.
BJ, right? Selfie.
I had to get a pen.
She was giving herself a BJ.
Notes.
Thank you.
Right?
BJ.
I'm going to say what I said. I'm going to post what I post, but I'm also going to be also edgy and sexual. And it's what I wrote, and why you were going to ask me earlier was like, oh, dude, it's all about consent. You know what I'm talking about?
Last night, I said in a show something about, I don't remember how it came out, but I made some comment about the fact that, you know, I haven't had any ass for 3 months. You know, I've been jerking off so much, my right hand has developed feelings. It's not funny because I opened my door the other day with my left hand and my right hand got jealous.
Well, I had to tell these two fingers that I just wanted to be friends.
Yeah, come here. I want to smell them so badly. Well, I simply said something and I said, look, I can jerk off 3-4 times a day. And they went, really? I go, easy. So a woman comic who was in the room sent me a Facebook message today that says, I'm just going to read it exactly verbatim. Okay.
Wait, before you read it.
Very progressive, super left, very, okay.
If she was a wine, what kind of wine would she be?
She was a wine. What kind of wine would she be? Moscato, probably.
A what?
I said Moscato.
Too sweet. She's too sweet. That's what that means.
She's very, very nice. She goes, well, God damn it. Now all I can think about is you jerking off 3 times a day. That can't be right. Now. Hilarious. But, and flattered as well, because I'll tell you, it's an awesome show. Not the point. Can a woman say that to a man now and still demand the same protections? And like, am I not allowed to, like, where's the line now?
Go ahead. Formulate your thoughts. Where
am I allowed to now go back to, I don't want to use the word locker room or boys club or any of that, but she's clearly kicked that barrier over and said, you know.
That's where you're making a mistake.
So what is it then? Because this is not the.
She just said what she said.
Right, but I don't view this as the equivalent
of. The barrier was down so you could move in. That's called selective hearing. We hear out of our thoughts and our desires. We listen through a filter.
I know about selective perception. My question is, I don't view this as like, look, somebody wore short shorts and thongs to school and a halter top. That's not an invitation for them to be sexually harassed or catcalled.
Right. It's the equivalent of saying, what was she wearing?
Correct. But
what was she saying? Now you're saying it's what did she say?
But that's the thing. It's different. Because if you...
What were her words wearing?
I don't know the answer to that question, and I think that's what I'm looking
at. We're looking at it. I'm open to looking at it. I don't have all the answers either.
That's
my commitment is to bridge the gap. I love my comedy brothers. If there's a female who's lying against one of them and is going to accuse him of something that didn't happen, I'm going to defend my comedy brother, but
I
I'm
don't
also
sleep
going
with.
to expect my comedy brothers to defend me when somebody has been a perpetrator against me, and this is my kindness for weakness.
I get you. And I don't sleep with comedians, waitresses and audience members, but I really don't sleep with comedians. And I have certainly been my fair share of man whore after 30 years on the road. Definitely. But there's no woman who's ever going to go, he forced me, he drugged me, he groomed me, he told me he'd get me gigs if I did this. That shit doesn't exist in my world.
I wouldn't be sitting here with you if you weren't this world-class act.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
I don't have time for anything like
bullshit, low level, mediocre. Me too.
I have attention deficit. I cannot be with anything I'm not interested.
So Dinah, what's the first thing I said to you when the video came up? I have something I have to talk about. Because you are someone I respect. You look at things.
I just told you I have ADD. How dare you ask me what the first thing you said was? I cannot remember.
No, the first thing I said was, I got to talk to you about something. And I've been
how dare you?
Because I respect you and I love your brain and I know how we communicate.
Say you respect me, but you just showed me that you don't.
What are you talking about?
I like your frames. Do I know you from Astigmatism Awareness?
Actually, these are 1966 Ray-Ban frames that I bought online and then had the lenses put in.
Well, these are some coaches that I got for my birthday from my boyfriend, but he had also stepped on my other pair. So he kind of, now I just realized that was cheap. Like he wrapped in a payback with a gift.
By the way,
but I accepted it.
Were they Coach that he broke or were they Warby Parker?
They were Prada that I cannot replace.
Yeah, he replaced Prada with Coach, so that's still good. He owes you one more gift. He owes you one more gift.
Okay, that's right.
He owes you one more gift.
Well, so I have two pairs though, because
if they were $100 Warby Parker replaced with $800 Coach, then I could say, ooh, he really stepped up on it.
Honestly, it wasn't even his fault. Like he just
I love you.
He got into the car really fast right after they dropped on his side on the floor and he crunched them. It was ridiculous. I was like,
guys, Dinah Leffert is respectable, honest. She's the person who you could trust your whole family with, yet over a pair of glasses, she'll stick it to the boyfriend.
Well said, well said. Honestly, that was really astute. You have a keen observation.
What I do,
drinking wine.
That is what I do. So, Linda Marcus Smith.
Yes.
You are hosting this soiree this evening.
I know, but I'm giving you the floor to do the Snooty Snoot Fuckity Fuck.
So do you want okay, so
you're
not making enough noise.
All right, so then let me ask you: do you have?
Look how beautiful she is. Hold on.
Linda's amazing. Believe me, she's amazing. If I were 20 years older, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm 69. You can say that. I don't care.
What's any of your nicknames? What do people call you?
69.
Me.
Okay, she's 69 from now on. Like, I want to answer your question though too, and but you asked like, what do we do like about this whole fucking situation?
Look, are you allowed to say back to that woman if she says?
Just ask questions. Yes, ask her questions. Make it very clear. Get consent.
So don't go back with, that's great because all I can think about is your pussy.
No.
Can't say that.
No.
Even though she...
What did she say again? Wait, hold on. No, I want to be fair. What did she say again?
Oh, great. Now all I can think about is you jerking off 3 times a day. That can't be good.
Well, it sounds like a response to something you said to her earlier.
Oh, it was a response to something I said in a show I did last night. She was just a comedian in the room that heard what I said. That was all. I didn't say it to somebody. I said it in my show. Ah!
Oh my God, I looked like a haunted doll right there with stained lips.
It's like the thing you go past in the haunted mansion at the end. It just sits there and goes.
Do you have two black eyes?
Me? No, I have deep set eyes, and I haven't been sleeping well through this whole pandemic thing, to be honest with you. I've been getting bad sleep, late nights. Yeah, the sleep thing has been bad for me. So thank you for asking, and I'm willing to take any suggestions.
Okay, I have a suggestion. Are you ready?
Yes.
Is everyone ready?
Get a girlfriend.
They are.
Vitamin D.
From the sun or a pill?
Both, as much as possible, but at your age, 10,000 milligrams, no, 4,000 milligrams a day.
Sure, I could do that. I could snort that.
But they make it with K now. So if you really want to be at, and I think
that's vitamin D with ketamine.
If you want the Bordeaux of vitamin D3, get it with K. So it's vitamin D3. It's liquid sunshine. It's what the sun gives you with the number 3 next to it and K, vitamin K. Together, that builds your immune system. You're going to see, I can help all that. I'm going to give you a regimen.
Are you still doing this also?
Yes, but listen, I could get rid of that.
But can you do this and detox me, please? Because I need this done.
No, you have to detox yourself.
No. I mean, I do my own juice detoxing and stuff. But
yes,
you know what I mean. This helps.
You're so dumb right now. You're not dumb. But
I can be dumb.
Yes. Listen, a lot of who I am is health and wellness.
I know.
I really want my community. I want to lift. My whole purpose for that is to lift anybody that's in my community, anybody that I can reach. I'm a Virgo, system building Virgo that is born on the 27th, numerology of the rainbow. I am for everyone. I am for everyone. I'm for everyone, and a world that works for everyone.
I love that. I feel that about you.
Look, it's true.
Thank you.
I'm a double Gemini. I was a vegan back in the 80s for almost 8 years, vegetarian for 14. Health and wellness is something I've always taken seriously. I'm still a juicer. I'm a food combiner. I mean, look at me. I just turned 55 years old.
Excellent.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the only real, I mean, do I have even wrinkle? I mean, look at that fucking skin. I wash with emu oil, organic emu. I'm crazy.
No. It's all about, I have the best. It's called NOx. It's nitric. Your body doesn't have enough the nitric oxide,
right?
But it's hemp infused with CBD, and so the nitric, like it's like micro needling in a bottle. Like no needles.
All right, we'll talk. I'm very interested. So
it like
off topic.
Sucks the product back through, but you get like bright red in your face, and then it comes back and it lightens up your entire, I shouldn't say lightens, it brightens up your complexion.
I mean, I moisturize
for every skin tone.
Look, I moisturize with no parabens.
You can look like, you should probably play Lenny Bruce.
I could play Lenny.
Now. You could play Lenny right now, and you should. And you should be like Rocky Balboa right now and be like, I'm going to sell this Lenny Bruce script and nobody's going to do it but me.
How about I started a Peter Lorre one?
You did already?
Peter Lorre. I was like, who do I look like that no one's ever done anything like? Oh, Peter Lorre, interesting.
Loved him.
Right?
So Linda,
look at that. Dinah just shifted gears.
Linda.
Linda, really quickly before we go to you, did you have any questions about wine you wanted me to answer?
You know, you're drinking a very classy wine, and I'm drinking 7-Eleven.
I'm drinking fucking $13 Merlot from Bordeaux. It just happens to be made by a chateau that doesn't fuck around. So this $13 bottle tastes like a $30 or $40 bottle. That's the trick.
Listen, Linda, let me tell you something. I wish I could share my wine with you.
Me too.
But at the same time, I would want you to share your wine with me, because I'm telling you, Yellowtail is a perfectly suitable, acceptable bottle of wine.
The Sauvignon really good.
So,
what, Richard?
What? I was saying the Yellowtail Sauvignon Blanc, perfectly nice by the pool on a hot summer day.
There you go.
Certainly.
You're like the sales lady when you go in and like get clothes, and she's like, "Oh my god, it'd be perfect with jeans and sandals, jeans and a t-shirt, jeans and a t-shirt."
Does this look good on me?
Listen,
jeans and sandals.
I have wine. Perfect. I have wine that right here. I've got probably 200 and some odd bottles in my house, another 300 in storage. I've got wine that costs up to $300, $400, $500. I've got a $2,500 bottle of champagne. I've got, the Bordeaux that I have in my house. I've got 55 Margaux, 86 Margaux. But the point I'm making is that shit, I don't even open it. You don't have to spend barely any money at all to drink.
You can't be zooing that out. I will rob you.
If you're coming over, I'll leave the
I'm
key.
from New Mexico, fool.
No,
I'm South Valley, bitch. Burrica.
Hey, I watch Better Call Saul. I know what goes on in the New Mexican desert.
Thank you. You're going to be like, I wish I had a real Saul to call.
Seriously, I know Boricua. I grew up in New York City. And you're half Jewish. So if you want to come over, I'll just leave a key and the menorah burning.
Are you half Jewish?
No, I'm entirely Jewish because my mom converted Orthodox conversion, and it's racist if you guys tell me that I'm half Jewish.
No, I always.
My mom by blood is not. But let me tell you, that old Jewish law comes from they didn't have DNA back in the day.
You know the answer. I know where it comes from. It doesn't apply. If your dad's Jewish, you're Jewish. If your mom's Jewish.
My dad's Jewish. My dad is Hungarian.
There's no such thing. The truth is, there's really no such thing as half Jewish if you have a Jewish parent.
I laugh at people when they say half Jewish. You're not. You can't be half of a culture. Okay.
Right. The Jewish mother law issue came from in the beginning of the 20th century during World War I.
Way of life.
In Poland, when they were having pogroms.
Yes.
And they were
people don't know about pogroms. Hold on. They don't know about pogroms. They think we only had the Holocaust for 4 years.
Okay.
But pogroms went from the 14th century or some shit.
Pogroms went for hundreds and hundreds of years, where they would literally ride into a Jewish town on horseback and break everything, literally right straight into a house, smash shit, break everything that they owned, and rape all the women.
That's right.
And
they would take everything from the synagogue and deface it and take religious artifacts that came from
and they would steal anything of value you had in your house. It was just terrible. And this would go on for a couple hours in your town, and then they would leave.
No, from the 14th century, they've been fucking with Jews.
This went on in Poland for a long time.
Literally, the Poles had it the worst.
Right. So what happened was during World War I, during the pogroms, the Jewish High Court decided, because women were being raped by Cossacks and babies were being born, but nobody was sure who the father was. So the Jewish High Court ruled that as long as the baby's born to a Jewish mother, then the baby will be considered Jewish. That's where that came from. It wasn't, you have to have a Jewish mother. It was, as long as the baby's born from a Jewish mother, the Jewish High Court will recognize the baby as being Jewish. And it was the Jewish High Court's way around. you know, unwanted, who knows, you know, that's where that really came from. It's not like some ancient old mythical thing that said you have to come from a Jewish mother in order to be considered. No, it was highly modern, and it was put in place in order to combat the raping of Jewish women during pogroms during World War I.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Because I went to Catholic school in New Mexico.
And when we talked about that, which is why I wasn't sure that's why I only said.
But let me tell you who built the Catholic schools. Check this out. Jews.
Yeah. We built the fucking pyramids.
No. It's not even a conspiracy theory. Like the centennial or the right, it's the 100-year anniversary of New Mexico. There was a whole thing written about how Jews literally fucking started that state. They built all the Catholic cathedrals.
Okay, now can I do a half joke and a half question?
Fuck yeah, of course you can.
Whoa.
I'm asking permission. You're
whoa. Well, nowadays, I mean, look, I don't want to offend.
Sorry for consent.
Whoa.
He was not prepared for cursing. Sorry.
When we mean built, do we mean owned the construction company?
Huh?
I said, whoa. When we say Jews built it, do we mean owned the construction company?
No, I mean they paid the locals to make it dope. Like there are, like in I'm not sure who. There's very fascinating, like no nails of a spiral staircase that goes up in the Santa Fe church. They're like, how was this constructed? There's no nails. How did they do this?
Crazy. I love the world. Crazy. I love that.
I got to tell you, it's really, really painful to grow up half Jewish.
I thought you were going to say it's painful to listen to us talk.
What's that?
I thought you were going to say it's painful to listen to us talk.
We got messy.
Not at all. No,
it is painful. It is painful to be half Jewish because let me tell you, and I want to hear what you have to say, Linda, too. 69.
Linda has
tell
a Jewish
us.
Parent.
What's that, Richard?
You have one Jewish parent, is that correct?
Yeah, and it's my mom. My mom wasn't. And so, you know, growing up, I remember my dad dropping us off at a synagogue where they didn't want us kids because our mother wasn't. And then go to church, they didn't want us because we were considered Jewish by them. So it's a pretty painful thing.
Can I ask you a question?
She's so right.
I know, but I want to ask her a question. And I'll qualify here. Let me tell you first. I have a friend.
You guys can ask any.
I have a friend who grew up Christian, raised Christian, the whole thing, Christian household, the whole thing. Her whole life, she felt like she was Jewish. It's like growing up straight and just knowing you're gay. This is how she described it, literally. Yep. So about 20 years ago, and this is a woman with 3 PhDs, college professor, fucking gnarly ass, went and ran her fucking, did a whole thing, went back and figured out that on her mom's side, in the lineage, there's Jewish relatives that nobody ever talked about because back then, you didn't talk about it. And so she always felt like she was Jewish. So she literally stopped practicing. Well, I think it was Catholicism, actually, not Christianity. Stopped practicing that and just went to a rabbi, started studying with a rabbi, did a full conversion. But she always felt like she was Jewish. She always assimilated to Jewish culture and Jewish people. And it was something she was very comfortable around and felt like it was, you know, where. Do you have that experience, Linda? Is that something that you feel?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in my heritage, I'm related to Einstein on my mother's side.
Well, yeah. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're a fucking nickel-nosed Christ killer. Welcome to the fucking club. You're one of us.
But my entire...
Stop celebrating Christmas. Go to a shul. So find some place where you live in Vegas. There's lots of fucking Jews. Find a Chabad, just go one night, they'll feed you, and see how you communicate with that community. See if it's something that means something to you.
Don't mention Jesus on the first date.
No, not date. Not, or if you do,
it's really hard to find a guy that wants anything to do with you.
If it comes up, just go hell of a carpenter. That's all you got to say. Just go hell of a carpenter. That's it.
Actually, I love Jesus. I think Jesus did exist. I think Jesus is more than a carpenter. I think he's also a member.
He is a member. That's the whole thing. He was black.
He's our Jewish Jesus. He was a radical. He would have been a stand-up comic.
Well, hold on. Do you know John? Wait, I'm going to read this because
we should claim him. We should go in our own.
We already do. We already claim him because Christianity, for the first 400 years of its existence,
all Jews.
It's not was all Jews, it was Jews practicing Judaism, but believing that Jesus was the Son of God. That's how Christianity came about. John Fugelsang has the single greatest quote about Jesus ever. Do you know it?
John Singleton, who?
John Fugelsang.
John Gumbysack?
John Gumbysack.
I'm sorry. Fugelsang?
Fugelsang.
Oh, Fugelsang. I need a
Jesus was a radical, nonviolent revolutionary who hung around with lepers, hookers, and crooks, wasn't American, never spoke English, was anti-wealth, anti-death penalty, anti-public prayer, Matthew 6:5, but was never anti-gay, never mentioned abortion or birth control, never called the poor lazy, never justified torture, never fought for tax cuts for the wealthiest Nazarenes, never asked for a leper for a copay, and was a long-haired, brown-skinned, homeless, community organizing, anti-slut-shaming Middle Eastern Jew.
Pow-pow!
Want me to read it again?
I just want to say amen.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I've been doing a Jesus bit in my act for years that has never been more poignant. Years ago, I wrote a bit.
But have Jesus come into your heart?
Kidding me? I don't know. I mean, yes, I would have to say the answer to that question is yes, because I'm a hopeless, bleeding heart hippie who loves everybody. So the answer has to be yes to that question because love is unconditional. So you can't say I love you, but, or I love something, but. Love, the very nature of the emotion of love is unconditional. So the answer would have to be yes.
I'm surprised, but I'm really happy you said that because I have a Jewish Bible and it's the Jewish version of the New Testament, but it's everything Jewish. And that's what the Bible is. Like, I just thought Christians had a whole other thing, but it's all taken from Jewish texts.
Christianity is Judaism that was practiced in secret for 400 years, but Jesus was sprinkled on top of the cornflakes.
Because it's in the Talmud. It says that, but why can't the biggest rabbis be like, you know what? Let's claim him, like the Messiah already came.
I got to be honest with you. I'm in total agreement. Now, but it's possible though. You know why? Because there was a time where, and it already happened, that the highest rabbi in the land said that weed is kosher for Passover. Why can't we? I used to sell, when I opened my first dispensary, I had Orthodox Jews coming in. What are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. Better yet, I directed a pilot for a show that's coming out called Kosher Kush that was shot on a kosher, certified organic, certified green weed farm up north and we shot the rabbi koshering the grow.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
I have pictures. I wish I knew how to like get the Linda. I wish we could get the pictures. I literally on my desktop, I have a picture of the fucking rabbi literally right here. I don't even know how can we get that up? But yes, I do. I don't know.
You don't have to get it right now. That could be for like a later time because
but yes,
my friend is a rabbi and he's my rabbi. Like, but he's the guy that goes up and is the kosher. He's the one that actually blesses the kosher kush, and he's also. Well, I'm not gonna say it right here publicly because he also is a Trader Joe's rabbi.
Well, my friends.
So I don't know what's kosher to say or not.
I understand. My buddy's grow where we shot this show is all medical. So that's why he did it. He goes, look, if this was just for recreational, there's no way I would do it. And there's no way that New York would say, okay.
No, it's real medicine. That kosher gets those family Hasidic Jews through their marriage.
It's the name of the show I directed.
Snooty, Snoot, fuckity, fuck.
Linda, let's talk about you.
Let's talk about my comedy that's going nowhere yet.
Well, okay, so.
Do you want a mentor? Not to be like.
I'm like a sponge. Absolutely.
The object is not to tear you down here. The object is to build awareness and find out what you do and do not know about the mechanics of comedy and joke writing and rules and things like that. Because there are certain...
Oh, shut up, Richard. I'm going to mentor you. Call me.
Okay.
Linda.
Got it.
Should we watch one of your clips and then discuss it?
Do you have the ability to do that?
You do.
I don't.
Okay, well then let's just talk about things we've seen. Dinah, did you look at any of her comedy?
Of course I looked at all her comedy. She's hilarious. And you know what? Here's the thing about you, Linda, is you're being funny when you don't even realize it.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. Like all you have to do is just show up and just talk. And then also just assert yourself because you're letting us dominate the conversation. You need to let that inner bitch out. Look at that smile. Like you've been allowing us to rob viewers of that smile by not making more noise.
I wanted you guys to
Did you learn your lesson? No, just kidding.
I'm taking notes for the future, but for tonight, I wanted you guys to rock this thing. And I
First of all, you making us a star makes you the bigger star. I guarantee you, viewers are saying, "I want to see more of Linda."
Isn't Dinah fun when she's drunk?
I love you. I love you both. Oh my gosh.
Well, Linda, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm not sure the answer, but I'm going to ask it because I watched.
You ask and say anything.
Okay, so
he's getting permission though. Let's give him praise.
Listen, I'm a grown man. I've fought and coached and I know how to tread lightly. Linda, I don't really care about your political leanings so much, but are you a hardline conservative racist?
Not at all. Absolutely the opposite.
Well, you do a couple of racist jokes in your act that...
Shots fired!
No, she asked. And this was the first thing that jumped out at me in the link you sent me. When you're talking about Portland,
yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You know the line I'm talking about.
I do.
You want to do it for Dinah?
Yes. Do you want me to explain it after?
No. It's not a joke if you have to explain it.
Right.
Okay, so the line is, I come from, and I do it when I'm in Portland. I come from a very racist town. Maybe you've heard of it, Portland, Oregon. And then
I love it.
Thank you.
That's true.
It's so fucking true. And I'm doing it. Anyway, I'm not supposed to explain it. And then they tighten up as they do. So I go, oh, you're going to tighten. I get it. Yeah, you've been tightening up for decades. Cool. We don't have a problem anymore with people of color because we don't see them anymore. We've run them out of town. Problem is solved, right, Portland? I get it. I mean, yeah.
That's not racist. That's a racial joke. And there's a distinction between a racial joke. She is 100% correct. My first movie, Drinking Games, I made in Portland, Oregon. I learned about Oregon. The history of Oregon is a whites only foundation. They founded their state on whites only.
Oregon. Listen, Oregon is a racist state, and Southern Oregon's very racist. And
Portland, Oregon just started getting cool in the 1990s.
I know. I get that.
Late 90s.
That's not my point. My point, and the reason why, just hear me out. The reason why, and I literally spent 3 hours with Jeremy Hotz last night doing exactly what we're about to do. The reason I asked the question first is because I wanted to know the angle of the joke you were trying to tell. Okay?
Good, fair point.
So the joke comes off as highly racist because you're saying we don't have a problem anymore. We ran the darkies out. Okay?
Okay.
The joke becomes invalid as a social point and becomes
it's racist that you just said darkies.
Whatever her joke, what do you say? Black people, whatever what is the word?
Black people is not offensive. Darkies.
What's the word she used?
What is people? I don't know.
Is that okay? I don't know what she used. The whole thing to me reeked of racism. Okay? But there's a way to make the point without languaging it the way that you did.
Okay.
Okay? And the way to do that is to first take yourself out of being from Portland. You can say you were born there, or you can say you were raised there. But if you're going to make yourself one of them.
I got your point.
And take the angle of.
Just take out the we.
You can't say we don't have them anymore. We got rid of them. You cannot say that. The sarcasm is lost in you becoming part of the problem.
Wow.
You have to say.
Wait. But unless she is playing a character and she can say we as a Portland character, and it's an act out. Yes, it's an act out.
But that's different. She's not playing a character. She has to say you.
That's a good point, but I didn't.
Listen, if it's going to be funny, she's got to call Portland out. She can't be part of it.
If she's going to be funny, she has to do act outs.
You don't. Well, if that's the choice she wants to go. But I've seen her on stage.
We're not giving her a choice.
Well, then.
I don't think I have the chops to do the act out yet. I think I have to stick with the perspective Richard's talking about.
If you took the angle of you don't have that problem anymore, you got rid of all of them, then you're not part of the equation. You are an observer outside of the equation. So you now get to have an opinion about the equation. But if you say we, you're in the equation. You can no longer step outside of it and be objective.
Okay? I would have never seen that.
So your joke isn't valid. So in order to make the joke valid, you can't be part of the offending, the offending setup, okay? The offending setup is what we're going to make fun of when we paint the other picture, flip it, and see the irony. You can't be part of that. That has to go to jail on its own in the paddy wagon. If you're part of that, you're just as guilty as the people that we want to call out in your points. So you can't be part of those people.
I would have never seen that. I would have never known that.
Dinah?
Thank you.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Dinah's like, do an act out.
No, but
honestly,
does that make sense?
Oh, economy of words, Linda. Like, I saw one of your pre-show notes. Like, hey, could you tell me some comedy tips and tricks on the old.
That's number 3.
Do it. I opened this bottle.
The Grand Cru.
Yeah, the Grand Cru. Okay?
Now
I just want you guys to know that it's good.
Right?
I want you guys to know that it smells like practical comfort.
Well, that's Saint Emilion, so that's going to be cab heavy. That's other side.
It's a little dry.
Well, of course, it's going to a lot of Cabernet, so it's going to be really tannic.
Côte de Bordeaux.
Côte de Bordeaux. Does it say Côte de Blaye or Côte de Beaune? No.
I worked at a French restaurant in when I first moved to LA, and I got fired.
La Poubelle doesn't count.
Okay, La Poubelle is exactly where I work.
I'm just kidding.
How did you know? How did you know? I got chased down the street by Jackie.
I got fired from La Poubelle in 1 hour.
In 1 hour?
1 hour.
Well, fuck you. I made it a whole year, and I'm the first female waitress they ever had.
Wow. Yeah, I made it 1 hour. 1 hour, La Poubelle.
She saw me throwing out bread. She wanted me to put it at another table. And she was like, and so I wouldn't throw it out. I wouldn't take it to another table. I would get disgusted and throw it out. And then she was right behind me and she's like, "You're fired.
I love La Poubelle.
You are fired. I used to have to suck on my father's belt during the war."
She came up to me. She says, "I know this is your first day, but you are not allowed to drink behind the bar." I said, "Well,
you do not throw the bread in the garbage."
I was just tasting the drink that I made to make sure it was okay. I understand, but you are fired.
You are fired.
You are fired.
You are fired.
I have a French mother.
But can I tell you something? I got fired, but I'm family. Like, I could go there right now and everyone would be kissing my cheeks and hugging me.
I'll bring great wine if they don't charge us corkage.
I love them. But no. We wouldn't bring wine. We would go there and we would patronize their wine.
I'd have to look at their list.
That's how you get in good with Jackie. You don't cork it.
But remember.
Hey, somebody sent back a steak one time and she fucking chased them down the street. Snooty, Snoot, fuckity fuck.
I got to make sure their wine list is good.
Oh, at Dinah Leffert.
I love you.
DinahLeffert.com.
All right, let's get to Linda's act. Linda.
Yes.
That joke.
Linda, remember that little kid on YouTube? Linda.
Look at me.
Linda. Qué linda eres tú.
Hola, Linda. So do you understand what I'm saying about that joke?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you understand that you are being racist, Linda? And you don't?
Do you understand you are saying that you got rid of all the black people?
No. We can't. This is the only way that comedians are going to update themselves in the new comedy for the Z generation. Because I'm going to tell you guys something. If we don't change this culture for the Z generation, they will fuck us up. They will sell out every comedy club and they won't show up.
Of course, that's already happened.
They will make you will hear they will send actual crickets into the clubs and a big fuck you. We have to take all racist shit out of comedy.
But again, what is the dip? Okay, so now I'm not asking to be a smart ass. I'm certainly not asking because I'm a dipshit. I'm asking because let's just speculate between the three of us. Linda, you're in on this. I need to hear your thoughts too at 69.
Hot. I can't wait till I'm 69, Linda.
Is doing an accent that's not yours considered racist, yes or no?
No.
Dinah?
What was the question again?
Is doing an accent that isn't yours considered racist?
Es que
well, doing Finch befell.
No. You better be proficient at it.
So if the accent is good, it's not racist. But if it's a weak attempt, then it is. You didn't put the effort in to earn it. So then what you're saying is...
If you do it well, that means you hung out with those people.
Hey,
that means you have people
remember,
that
I'm
loved
on
in
your side.
that
Okay.
act.
But based on that, what you're saying is, if you're a good actor, you're not a racist. But if you're a shitty actor, you are.
Well,
there's a lot of truth to that.
Well, it's also how like some women are like, if he's hot, it's not sexual harassment.
Right, exactly. Hello, I'm thinking about you jerking off 3 times a day. I get it.
So then that's your chance to say, is that an invitation?
No, I would say, why don't you think about thugging it 3 times a day, motherfucker? No, I'm just kidding. Yo, is that
Proud of you? I'm proud of you for making the joke first. All good, all good.
Is that an invitation? Are you? No, first of all, let me be super clear.
Okay, that's not super clear at all. It's like super confusing.
Not someone I'm interested in. I don't want to know if it's an invitation. I'm hoping it's not an invitation.
Can I ask you guys like a Jewish question? Okay. While you've been in quarantine, have you really been like, Jews are made for this? Like, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for other people who don't know how to hide.
Yeah. In fact, if I may,
that's so funny.
The third joke I wrote on the first day of joke writing was, now I know what Anne Frank felt like. Okay? The joke is, now I know what Anne Frank felt like. At least she only had to worry about the Nazis. Me, if I go out, I got to worry about everybody.
I've been wondering what Anne Frank would have hashtagged out on Facebook.
Hashtag don't tear out my tree.
Hashtag I think you're all still good people at heart.
Look, you know what? I know I'm a good person, and there's nobody could ever tell me I'm not.
What people don't know is that quote is not the whole quote.
What whole quote?
I believe that people are still good at heart, but evil exists, and I will slice a motherfucker next time.
Evil exists. It does.
I will take you out, fascist.
Look, I can't imagine anybody not wanting to be called anti-fascist. Why is that a bad term? Why is it bad to be called anti-fascist?
Oh, because people are confused because they're young and they don't understand, first of all, the definition of fascism.
Correct.
So they started a hashtag that is based in utter ignorance. And what happened is that Antifa is not an organized, there's no leadership to Antifa. So it was really easy for white nationalists to completely infiltrate it and let people think that Antifa was responsible for all kinds of destruction.
Correct.
And so Antifa and Black Lives Matter, and we all saw videos of white people who spraying shit and cops letting people spray.
Even going back to Carolina or Virginia, and I mean, you name it. But when you say the word Antifa, it has a negative connotation because
media spin, because of infiltration, because of anti-Semitism. Like people are going off on like Soros and how like Soros is paying for Black Lives Matter.
I saw that.
So first of all, these are people I have friends who I've considered friends, and now I'm like, that's anti-Semitism.
I wrote a joke already. The joke I wrote today was George Soros is too old to know what a protest is.
No shit. You guys are dumb motherfuckers.
I literally wrote that today. Just so, by the way.
Love you, but you're so fucking misguided, everybody.
So anyway, the whole point is, Linda, you hear this, right? So it's very, very easy joke, right? Very simple joke to write. Literally, this is as easy as a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm not kidding you.
Oh, grilled cheese sandwiches ain't easy.
Now, people are saying today that George Soros has been funding and is responsible for the Antifa protests around the country. That's the setup. The punchline is George Soros is too old to know what an Antifa protest is.
Brilliant.
That's a setup and a punchline.
And That's why you deserve to play Lenny Bruce.
Okay, so what we want to do with your act is take your concepts, which clearly have merit, and be able to skew them.
Who?
Your voice and your cadence.
Who's your? Me or Linda?
Linda. We're talking about Linda's act. We'll do yours later. I love Dinah.
Linda, grunt or something. Like make
you have a boyfriend right now, Dinah?
Queef or something.
Dinah,
I don't get this kind of help very
Dinah,
often.
are you still with the same guy you met in North Dakota?
Yes, but I didn't meet him in North Dakota. I met him in the comedy scene. We were friends.
In Minnesota or somewhere when you were on the road there, you met him in the comedy scene, right? And then he went to North Dakota with you.
I met him at Flappers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We were friends for a year before we started. We were the only two comedians that were posting about Standing Rock.
I remember.
And I remember like I retweeted something he retweeted something that I had, and I was like, oh shit, we're on the same team. Let's go, let's talk. And it was always platonic and it was always cool. And I'm like, I don't date other comedians either. Like I learned my fucking lesson, right? Fuck that shit.
Right.
Like don't shit where you eat.
I would now at this point in my life and my career, but it was different. I'm not in my 20s or 30s, you know. I'm looking to get I would like to be married to someone. So if I were gonna date a woman, whether she's a stand-up or not, would be incidental to me. If it was someone who I was like, I'm
just saying at the time.
I had
this hard and fast rule, right. And of course life throws in a curveball and is like, of course the love of my life is gonna be a comedian after I just said I don't date comedians.
Super cool online from what I can tell, but you guys are still together.
Well, we did have a quarantine breakup, but it was kind of like Kim and Kanye, like we're trying to save our marriage, so one of us has to move out.
But there's a difference. You guys actually had something based on similar ideas, and you had beliefs that were concurrent, and you fought a fight, and there was something that bound you together. Kim and Kanye are both morons with bank accounts.
I was hoping you were going to bust me on that one. Like, I'm not saying I'm just saying in that particular instance, I was like, yeah, fucking relatable.
Now, Linda, what I did just now was something I purposely did, okay?
The first time that Kim Kardashian became real to me is her fucking husband moving out during quarantine.
Oh, yeah, that too. Oh, I was going to say blowing Ray J, but that also. No, Linda, do you see what I did? How I literally said that and then I flipped it? So I want you to think about.
You're like a skateboarder. Did you see that?
Well, I want you to think about this in your writing, okay? Comedians, we are artists, but we paint pictures with words. And where we get our laugh is the second picture. We paint every joke is two pictures. And the irony in between the two pictures is what causes the comedy. So
is this a riddle?
No, your setup is a picture. And the audience member is seeing a visual in their head. Two Jews walk into a bar. Okay, that setup is visual and you see the visual. Okay, punchline, they buy it. Two Jews handing over money. Okay, whatever it is. We are visual artists, but most comedians don't know this. Our words, what we are doing, have to paint visual pictures for the audience so that when you deliver your punchline, the second picture you're giving them is the flip side negative, the irony of the first picture you just gave them. That's where the comedy comes from. Okay. So whatever picture you give them, the next picture is going to be the flip side of that.
Did you follow that, Linda?
I did.
Because I didn't, but I felt like you were.
Well, see, he had told me that before, so I have had weeks to contemplate.
You had an ear to hear it. I didn't have that ear to hear it. He's going to have to work on me with his propaganda 2 more times.
Dinah, I really believe that. Even if I'm saying something like, so I'm standing in line at the supermarket the other day. It's very clear. It's not like you listen to open micers and there's 8 billion words to say, I'm standing in line at the supermarket the other day. On the pegboard is a product that says, use this product, you'll feel 50 years younger. It's very clear. I'm drawing a picture, okay? I don't want to feel 5.
The only picture I see is that like adrenochrome.
Don't make me come over there.
Are you in the cabal? How can you actually throw out feeling 50 years younger if you're not?
Well, because when I wrote the joke, it was actually 30. No shit.
Do you torture people for their pineal gland?
I don't. What I do is I torture them in order to scratch the frontal lobe.
Oh.
I go right for the heart of the meat of the action. Straight in.
Yeah. Remember, I could kill somebody with 2 fingers.
Right. And
you guys want to know how?
2 smelly fingers.
So if I'm gonna say or do a joke,
that's how you kill them, with the stank.
So Linda, if I'm gonna do a joke about a lobotomy, you remember those drills when we were young? It was like it went like this. It came down, then went like this, over and down, and you held this part and turned it. Right? So if I'm going to do a lobotomy joke about a drill, but like I'm going to paint that picture for you. We shouldn't do this with wine. Bad idea.
No, this is great. Are you kidding me?
This is like hanging out in the headliner's room.
She's so close, Richard. Get her there.
Yeah. I'm not letting you off the hook, Richard.
Don't fucking make a creative U-turn when she's so close.
I'm not. I want to finish her. I'm not about creative U-turns. Are you kidding? I want results.
So that answers your question, by the way, your earlier question. It's all about consent.
Why couldn't she be hot?
Huh?
No, I was making it terrible. I just said, why couldn't she be hot?
Who?
Thinking about you 3 times jerking off.
Who is this person?
Just someone. Who I love. A friend.
A time of...
A friend who I never would have expected to hear that from, who is not someone I thought about ever that way and is not...
How did she make you feel? Answer the question. How did she make you feel? Was it like disempowering?
Linda, are there viewers right now?
I have to find my phone. I'll be right back.
No, not empowered. I don't need to be empowered. I don't look outside, or my sexual validation does not empower me from other women. You know, I have a big dick. I know I'm great in bed. I don't need other women to tell me. No.
Are you angry right now?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just making a joke. No, it didn't. It wasn't flattering. It made me feel a little like, oh, really? Like, I love you. We're friends, but like.
Don't try to make it sexual.
But like, and I'm going to say this, and I don't know how to say this in the right or wrong way, so I'm just going to say this. It's like, clearly you're not the kind of woman I go at. Like, and I'm not saying that in a way. I'm just saying.
Fuckity fuck.
I'm just saying, like, I have a type, and you're amazing and smart and funny and cool and all that.
So see, if you're not attracted, it's sexual harassment.
So it's not sexual harassment if you're attracted to the person.
That's the hypocrisy that some people employ. And you have to get to the truth of the matter, or else that's why there are judges.
That's why I'm old-fashioned. I would rather walk up to a woman and just go, look, I don't know you, but I saw your set, you're funny, and you're kind of killing me. So I kind of need to know who you are. You got, like, can we talk? Like, that's how, if I were in a bar, I would walk up to a woman and say, like, look, I'm sorry, but That's like the hottest belt buckle I've probably, whatever it is that attracted me to her, it's never a woman's looks that attract me to her. It's always something else. And it's you.
Oh, shush.
No. Let me tell you. I grew up in a fashion family, so I have a little bit of like feminine influence, and I'm totally turned on by women who can accessorize. And I used to do a bit about this. Women will spend 10 minutes picking out an outfit and 50 minutes picking out accessories, earrings, belts, bracelets, whatever that is. So I generally am attracted to a woman's like, I will walk up to someone and go like, look, I don't know you, but you're fucking killing me. And that like, your earrings are fucking dope. Like, that's the kind of thing I notice because I look at that stuff. I like small details. So something that attracts me in a woman would be something like that. Okay? So,
okay, well, you can't be in my show that I booked you on already unless you give me, unless you can ring the bell.
Dinah, I've been waiting.
I'm going to turn this around on you motherfuckers.
I want to crack that Liberty Bell right down the center is what I'm talking about.
All right, now I'm joking right now, right? I actually don't want you to do that for my show, right?
What?
You don't have to do that to be on my show.
Oh no, I don't know. We were talking. This is two conversations.
I don't want you to feel like you can't be on my show unless you suck my clit.
Oh, I don't feel that way at all.
But if you want to,
I totally do and totally would. But I don't feel.
And if you want, at the end, if you want to leave me, only if you want to, either a half ounce of weed or cash. Cash is king.
The weed to me is less whorish, even though it has dollar value.
I just wanted to see what it was like to turn it around on you. So thanks for letting me role play.
Oh, anytime. Anytime. I'm not, like I said, I'm a guy who will go, listen, I will totally finish you if you will put me on your show.
Are you confused right now?
No.
You seem like you got.
No. What I was serious about was,
you know what you just experienced?
Yeah. Reverse.
No. Fuck the patriarchy.
Right.
Is my motto.
Right. Which is, by the way, very empowering as a man to see in women. Again, I am not a man. I've never been attracted to women who are arm candy, who look at me like, Richard's just a great. Like my ex-fiance was a 2-time Emmy nominated producer, whip smart. So like I like very smart.
This is why Jewish men are perfect. They know how to take abuse.
Well, it's not that we know how to take abuse. It's not that we know how to take abuse. It's that we're willing to understand that there is a time and a place to give and take abuse. That's the thing. I am willing to give my woman all the space in the world to be her.
But doesn't it say that, like in the text, like it actually says it in Jewish text that you have to give your woman pleasure.
Okay, not only does it say that, it's called the Asa Chayil, and you read it every Friday night on Shabbat. The Asa Chayil, you get down on your knees, and the man prays to his wife. Absolutely. Every Friday night at Shabbat, you say this prayer to your wife. Yes, what Dinah said is 100% true. Yes. Women, the Malchad, Malchutcha.
Girls, get yourself a Jewish man.
Looking.
Hello. Hot, intellectual, fun, great
Goes to the
wine.
gym, never fuck a fat guy, can cook, good weed, wine collection, likes art.
Listen, now that I have my Yenta hat on.
Does this. Very giving.
I might know something. I might know somebody for you.
Very giving.
I might know somebody for you.
But again, here's my problem. Little shallow.
No. She has to be fucking cool.
Gotta be cool. Gotta be cool as fuck. She's gotta be cool. And she's gotta be constantly horny. I am 55 with the...
Oh, no. Who I'm thinking of is a Scorpio.
With his first Playboy.
Can you handle a Scorpio?
Generally not.
What's your sign?
Gemini, twice.
Double gem?
I do Pisces well. I do Aquarians well. I crush it on the Libras.
Crushes it on the Libras.
Crushes it on the Libras.
Crush.
I don't want to say I crushed it on the Libras. I dated...
No. Don't backpedal. It was excellent.
I dated 3 women in my life, all born September 27th. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. 2 of them named Stephanie. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you know what? That's more than astrology. I happen to know an esoteric system that's quite sophisticated. It's numerology and astrology put together. I'll give you a little card reading and I'll tell you exactly. That's it. That date, September 27th, is an 8 of spades.
Can you just find me a wife? I want to be at service to a woman.
You know who you want? You need a woman a woman to be reckoned with.
Here's this. Let me tell you what I want.
You want someone who is the embodiment of strength and can overcome anything. But
will let me be at service to her. I excel in relationships because I like being at service to someone. I like someone knowing that they can count on me. I like showing up for another human being. That really brings out the best in me and raises my game to a level that I'm very comfortable playing on.
You need a queen. You need a queen that has a supreme ability to receive.
Yeah. And is whip fucking smart and goes to the gym.
Okay, brilliant. You're so crispy. The clarity is, it's like the tiny, no pixelation. Like it is. Okay, so that's.
I want a woman with 145 IQ and a tiny little ass. What do you want from me?
Richard, let me tell you something, Richard. You're coming into your own right now. Like my sex.
Yes. By the way, Stella told me that. Stella said to me, "You better be patient." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You are 22 with the intelligence level of a 40-year-old, but you look 16. So when you walk into, I look like Scott Baio when I was 22. She's like, when you walk into a casting director's office, she looked at me, she goes, no one's going to know what to do with you. I promise you, the minute you open your mouth, no one's going to know what to do with you. So you're going to have to be patient." She says, "You're not going to work till you're 40. She was right. I didn't start working until my late 30s, really working as an actor. Comic,
right.
Yeah, but
right.
Right.
Because can I tell you something? That is actually normal. It's just that we live in a society that exploits youth. And what
exploited me? No, I'm just kidding.
We live in Hollywood. It exploits the youth. But the truth is about the wisdom of human beings is that 40 is actually like when you actually become like interesting, like Jodie Foster said. Like you're not even fucking interesting till you're 40.
40 is when you gel.
Fuck up.
Right. So I want you to think about what Dinah just said, because it applies to your life as a stand-up. In that, you are an infant. Literally, you're 1.5 years old. You are the life age of your comedy life. So if you've been doing it for 2 years, you're 2 fucking years old. The same related 2-year-old infant.
You're a puppy.
You are in comedy. So when I tell people, you're not a comedian. And I'm not saying this to be insulting, Linda.
No, I'm a comic in training at best.
You are an aspiring comedian.
You're like a baby. You're a baby. Look at her blonde hair. She's a baby.
Right. The same way a med student is not a doctor. They're an aspiring doctor. They're a med student. Well, it's very important that you keep this in perspective so that You don't think you're further ahead than you really are, and then you have a false sense of development. If you really want to get good at this craft, trust me, please trust me, sit back on your heels and don't be afraid.
Don't trust anybody that's telling you to trust them. You need to come be on my team.
I'm just saying, sit back on your heels. Don't be afraid to take your time. You don't have to rush to be a headliner. It's going to take you 2 years just to get 15 minutes to be a really good
Richard, hold on. First of all, Linda, get that you're a baby chick, yeah. Little baby puppy, baby teeny baby, and know that you have a future. Like, comedy only requires that you're funny, and it doesn't matter when that happens. You have a big, bright future.
Marty Ross. Are you friends with Marty Ross online? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You know Marty. Okay.
Marty, and in person.
Yeah, Marty's a friend of mine. I love Marty. I cast Marty. I actually put Marty in a commercial last year that a friend of mine.
You said and in person. Did you just call me old?
Yeah, what are you saying? No, Marty's a great guy, but he's a great example. So you're not out of the game at all, but Marty is smart. And if you look at Marty's act and watch Marty's act is very, very, he's very conservative with his words. Not what he says, but his jokes are very clean. Setup, punchline. His pictures are very clear when he paints them.
Setup, punchline, tag.
Yes, and he tags. But Marty spent years. Marty spent like several years developing this thing. I want you to watch his style because it's very much your vibe. So I really do believe that when I tell young comedians, watch a million guys, see who you relate to, see who speaks to you, see whose style is something that you're kind of gravitating towards, because that will help you in who's going to influence you. Marty could be a very good influence for you.
That's a compliment. Thank you.
Sure.
Why can't we see you when you talk?
Who?
Me?
Yeah.
You can't see me when I'm talking?
Okay, now I can. What I'm saying is, this is also from acting training, is speak up. Speak up. Like when you're quiet, it means you don't want people to hear you.
Not the case. Tonight I wanted Richard to have the floor, and I wanted to be just here.
I never want the floor.
But it makes me want you so much more. Can you just be like more a part of it now?
Okay, I will.
That Richard has had the floor.
I will work on that. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, Linda,
absolutely.
one of the great joys of having the floor for so many years is being able to graciously say no. Please, you take the floor.
Or fuck off, Dinah.
Not an issue of responsibility or an issue of not want. It's literally a gift. It's such a luxury to be in a position to be able to say to someone, I don't need the stage time. I'd like to give it to you.
What the fuck? I want to give you my stage time, words that were never spoken.
But we're not I'm speaking metaphorically. I'm speaking metaphorically.
Yeah, but you're speaking metaphorically where it's like, make it realistic.
Yeah, but Linda,
like, you're like, you use a fucking unrealistic thing. You're like, Jews giving money. Like, that's not realistic. Like,
you know what? I always come from a place, I am a horrible, if I were living in the hate in August of 1967, 67, then I would have been in the exact right place at the right time for who I am. Because
that's where my dad lived. My dad and my mom lived in Ashbury, right there.
All over my apartment are pictures of Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead and the San Francisco scene. That's my whole life.
My dad was the lighting for the Grateful Dead. He was actually the lighting for, he worked for Bill Graham Presents, and he did the lighting for everyone that came through.
I'm going to show you something really quickly. So one of the things I've done in quarantine is so for many years, as you see behind me, that Woody Allen poster, I collect original artwork. I'm kind of crazy about like original crazy.
You're so San Francisco beatnik. I get
Wait,
it.
you don't even know. You don't even know what I'm about to show you. For the last 20 some odd years, I've been collecting, you know, the Bill Graham posters?
Oh, you have those? Oh.
Not only the posters,
I'm
but
gonna rob the fuck out of
Bill
your house.
Graham also made those posters. He made as postcards, and he would send them out to everybody on the mailing list. And
Consider everything in your apartment stolen.
I want you to come over. You'll dump your boyfriend if you do. So anyway, so this is only
Linda, look at you're naughty.
This is only a few.
Linda, you're so naughty. I love it.
You know it.
These, Dinah?
Yeah? Wait.
Like just different Bill Graham. That's all Bill Graham rock art.
Wow. Yeah, I see that one. That pink one.
Yeah, that's all Bill Graham.
Wait, is that the Beatles? Wait, go back to the left of me looking. So maybe it's your stage left. More. Up. Yep. Go up. Just a little up. Yep. Who are those three amigos?
Oh, that could be that's like Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane. And,
Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Wow. Yep.
I have like so many of these pieces. I have like tons and tons of them that I've just been collecting over the years. And in quarantine,
what does that say? Thank you for your what behind you?
Oh, so this is called this was a Warner Brothers promotional thing that they made called Thank Your Lucky Stars. And so all the Warner Brothers contracted actors at the time, Betty Davis, Humphrey Bogart, Eddie Cantor, Ann Sheridan, Dinah Shore, Errol Flynn. They are all on this. I collect movie posters too. So this is a movie poster with all of those people on the same poster.
Do you know that, speaking of like all this stuff that's like the Me Too shit that's on comedy, you know Errol Flynn, where they say in like Flynn?
Yeah.
In like Flynn was like, because Errol Flynn was like, in like Flynn.
Well,
like
they mean Errol Flynn's dick in somebody's ass or pussy.
Correct.
He fucked everybody.
It was a teachable moment. I had to throw it in there.
In like Flynn, that's exactly. But how
that's
about
how long
say, how about
shit has been going on since Errol fucking Flynn?
Linda, look what you put together tonight. So this is a half sheet of From Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex, the Woody Allen movie.
Wow.
Right.
Oh no, you can't have Woody Allen.
Yes, I can. And then back.
Cancel.
Woody Allen.
Cancel.
Let me tell you something. Woody Allen.
I'm drunk.
That's my impression of Z. I'm not drunk. That's my impression of Z generation. Cancel.
I have read an awful lot on the Woody situation, Ronin stuff, everything. And from everything I've read, and if you look back and you say there's not a human being who's come out against Woody Allen except for Mia, not any child who's ever played at his house. There's never been a lawsuit, never been an accusation.
Richard, he married his fucking daughter.
No, he didn't. He married his stepdaughter.
His stepdaughter. That's unacceptable. You made that a new normal because you have
confidence. I'm not making it a new normal.
On your hero. You have to do what people are doing for Bill Cosby. Bill
Cosby's a rapist. Bill Cosby's a rapist. He drugged women and had sex with them.
Well, time the fuck out. You cannot call Bill Cosby out and not. You could. I have a fucking collection of Woody Allen too, but you have to understand, like, his stepdaughter has maintained to this day, and it's why her brother Pharaoh is who he is, because he wants justice for her. That's a real story. He sexually assaulted his stepdaughter, and he married the other one.
Suni Previn. And by the way, let me be very clear here. I'm not taking sides. I am not defending one or the other. I'm only stating fact. That's it.
What's fact?
I'm only stating fact.
Okay, sorry, I jumped on your fact.
That's all I'm stating is fact.
Is it fashion?
I was a national level debater for many years. So I don't debate opinion. I don't take on people who only have opinion.
I know, but don't you believe survivors? Have you not seen her interviews?
Let me finish. If somebody wants to debate an opinion, I'm going to ask them, on what do you base that opinion? If they can't give
on
me
testimony.
No, whoa. What testimony? Now you got to cite it. Whose testimony?
His daughter.
Whose? Snooty Previn? Snooty Previn has never come out ever once. His wife, Snooty Previn, Andre Previn's daughter.
His wife is not going to say anything against him while she's his wife. Right. Okay? She's so indoctrinated inside of being like, it's not even fucking funny.
I'm not defending him. I'm only saying that
in what world
Ronan's the only person
marrying your stepdaughter acceptable? In what world?
None.
Biblical?
None. I'm not saying it's acceptable.
You normalized it.
I'm not normalizing it.
You made excuses for Woody Allen because he's an extraordinary artist.
I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm only saying there's a difference between what Woody Allen did.
And what Bill Cosby did?
Bill Cosby's a
You're saying that his daughter, is it Pharaoh?
No, it's not his daughter.
His stepdaughter. No, the other one. The other one.
Kevin and Mio Farrow's daughter.
The white one, not
he
the
was married to Mio Farrow.
White.
He was married to Mia Farrow. Suni is the adopted daughter of Mia Farrow.
Child, when that was her. This is Father's Day. That was her father figure.
I am not disagreeing with you. And let me be clear. During the whole thing, I was anti-Woody. I wouldn't hang a Woody poster on my wall. I wouldn't support Woody.
So what changed?
25 years later, Snooty Previn is a well-respected person in the community. She's a philanthropist. She's not somebody who's so stupid that
she's not an idiot. I know she's not an idiot.
Right.
She knew what she could fucking get by marrying him. She's a fucking genius. I don't blame her at all. She's a fucking genius. I blame the adults.
If this didn't last, I would have been right.
No, your criteria sucks.
Really?
The fact that it lasts, are you kidding me? Go back to biblical times where they married 3 year, or not even biblical, like fucking a week ago, married somebody in a fucking developing country just married a 3-year-old.
Not okay. 16.
But that 3-year-old's going to grow up and she's going to go the duration unless she's
Ross dating a 15-year-old. Not okay.
That's not the criteria that is
not okay.
You should question some of your criteria for what makes it okay.
Question. I'm going to ask Dinah. I want to ask you a question. You and I are very much on the same side of virtually every issue.
I know. We're just debating. It's fine.
Right. So I want to ask you a question. Because
nobody's going to die on this hill.
I'm an older man. Okay. Older, whatever. I just turned 55 last week. I am not.
Say so.
Hold on. I have in my life hooked up with younger girls, but I'm not at this point.
How young? Underage?
No, never.
Just clarifying.
No, 20, 21, 22, 23, but in my 40s and there's no conversation and it's just like, whoa, she's hot. I met her at a show. She's 23 years old. Like, what I'm asking you is, what is then, because if she's 18 or 19 and he's 50 and she goes, is there an issue? And I don't know, because I'm not attracted to women in their 20s at all in a way that I could be like in a relationship. I'm looking to
No. It's okay if you're attracted. What you don't understand is like, it's okay to be attracted to younger girls. It's just that you don't act on it.
No, hold on.
She's not above 18. You can fantasize all the fuck you want, but don't.
I think fantasizing about girls under 18. I think if you're fantasizing about girls under 18, there's something a little twisted. And I'm fucking twisted.
People's fantasies are fucked up, dude. Have whatever the fuck fantasies you want. You can do not.
Okay, fine.
Just know that a healthy person has fucking gnarly, fucked up, amazingly surprising sexual fantasies, and that's actually healthy and normal. But unless you're obsessed with some shit and you need to get some help with that shit, that's different. But it's normal to have people. This is a psychologist told me this with a PhD. It's normal to have these fantasies. Just don't. Once you act on it, now you're sick.
Right.
Now you're completely fucking. You are mentally fucking ill.
I agree with that.
Get some fucking help.
I totally agree with that. And I have a very depraved, very sexually open, filthy fucking side to me that's been explored with me and consenting women many, many times. None of it ever has included being attracted to women younger or prepubescent. Like, I've never been into young girls like that. Like, the idea of someone 15, like, that's not hot to me.
Yeah, because you're a healthy male, and it's not supposed to be. It's just that people get fucking worse.
The 19-year-old co-ed can be super hot.
What's
totally different. And I think for me, it might be the intellectualizing.
Like college thing?
I'm sorry?
What's a co-ed? What do you?
College, 19-year-old college.
That's what I was saying. Is that a college?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a college girl, whatever. And I've worked lots of colleges, and believe me, in my adult life, there have been lots of college girls, and there's girls who like older guys, and that's their thing. And I have been that older guy for several women, and I get that. But, and this is super true, I want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody. One of the things I've learned after being in quarantine for the last 3.5 months is I am done being single. I am ready. After my last relationship, I am ready to be that guy again. Okay. And in no way, shape, or form would that include a 26-year-old.
Right. Because that's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not something that for me.
That's not the phase of man you're at.
No. No. But let's be super clear. I'm on the road 4 weeks from now, and there's no one in my life, and some hot 26-year-old who looks like fucking. Yeah, well, I got nothing to do tonight, sure, but that's not going any further.
But and if it's consensual, fucking brilliant.
But it's not going any further than that.
You should be fucking pulling 26-year-old.
Never in my life have more younger women been attracted to me. And when I moved back to New York at 35, NYU girls were literally like, it was unbelievable. But now at 55, knowing that 20-year-olds are morons, they're not what I was when I was 20. They're not well read. They're still playing video games. They're idiots. They split check, whatever. These women in their 20s are literally looking at older guys because they're not getting any kind of
intellectual stimulation,
adult experience, intellectual stimulation, good conversation, good food, an understanding of art, an understanding of life. One single solitary nugget of information when the night is done. Nothing.
When I was in my 20s, and if I would have met you, I would have hung out with you in my early 20s, or even when I was 18. You have class, you have culture. You're pleasant to talk to. At any age, you're an adult. Once you're 20, especially 26, you're already over the hill.
By the time I was 26, I'd already been on the road for 5 years. I was a working professional.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with anybody at any age dating people at different ages.
I agree.
It's really just right now where we're at is comedy where you're not displaying it right now, so I don't want you to take this to heart or personally, but there's some mostly white male fragility, but it's sexism across the board where it's there's male fragility where if you bring up hey, we have this COVID pause, and the clubs are going to reopen, and you know what, maybe before they reopen, maybe as a community we could work some shit out so that all of us could go back and live in a better world.
I want to ask Linda, are you, as a 69-year-old vibrant, hot,
Linda,
evolved woman.
are you awake? Linda.
Have you experienced any of this bullshit that I'm hearing about? Like, have men come up to you and been like, fuck, I could fuck it. Like, have you gotten any of this yet?
Absolutely.
You have.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I don't get this. Now, I got to be honest. I've been doing this 34 fucking years. 34 years. When I started,
you're a puppy.
I'm a puppy. There were not a lot of comedians. There might have been, 2,500, 3,000 comedians nationwide. Now,
95-year-old comic. You're 34 years in comedy. You're a puppy.
This culture didn't really exist. Elaine Boozler, you look at the Lily Tommy, and you look at these women who broke through. They broke through for one reason only. They were funny.
Lily Tomlin as the tiniest shrinking woman.
They did
no. Fuck everything right now. Everyone. Lily Tomlin, shrinking woman, tiny little. Brilliant. I love you, Lily.
Brilliant. She's brilliant. But they didn't have to put OnlyFans pages together. They weren't taking nude pictures of themselves on the toilet. They only had to write jokes.
Well, that was the struggle at the time, though.
That's still the struggle, but women have chosen, in my opinion, and I'm sorry. You
say it. Don't apologize.
You can't say, well, it's because of men. No. You, as much pushback as you are willing to take is as much as you're going to get. And if you're going to put yourself on a toilet and take pictures, or develop an OnlyFans and take pictures, or take pictures of your ass or your tits and whatever it's going to be and call yourself a comedian and sexualize yourself.
Rape is never okay.
I'm not talking about rape.
This is my OnlyFans.
Why would you? That's hilarious. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot.
I'm very corny.
You're an absolute idiot.
Love your corniness.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a perfect moment.
You can't complain about being sexualized. If you choose.
Fuck you and all your roles, Richard.
No. You choose to sell that as your brand instead of just funny. Dinah, you don't have an OnlyFans page. You're funny. You're smart. You know how to do it. Okay?
What's an OnlyFans page?
Those who can't write jokes, okay? Those who can't teach. Those who can't teach gym. Okay? If you're not a funny woman and you got to show your tits to get followers, you better learn how to write jokes. Or
I like to write jokes.
Right. Or go be a fucking Playboy model. But don't pretend or don't try to say, I'm a comedian and I'm empowering myself as a woman by having an OnlyFans page.
All right.
Fuck you. Bullshit.
I agree with you 100%.
Sorry. You're not selling that to me. You're not selling that to me. Sorry.
Don't come in here with your bikini, biatch.
You can,
You better know how to set up a sunflower.
If you're not funny enough, to get booked or followers, and you got to show the fucking gash to get them, then guess what that gets you?
Nothing.
That's your brand. That becomes your brand. And that's why Elaine, who is my friend, I revere. Because
I love her. I love Elaine Boozler.
I asked her.
She wants some booze and boozler.
I asked Elaine a couple of weeks ago, I go, I want to use you on a meme. She goes, what do you want it to say? I go, I want to just take one of the hot, like I had a crush on Elaine Boozler when I was a senior in high school. Like Elaine Boozler to me was just like this hot Jewish chick. And I love Jewish girls. And I was like, she's funny.
You're the only Jewish guy I know that loves Jewish girls. You're the only one I know.
I love Jewish girls.
You know how many times I try to date a Jewish guy? They fucking all want shiksas. They want all fucking. They want them to look like
Jewish
Linda.
Girls. Love Jewish girls. Find me a Jewish woman.
Linda, we gotta get Linda to Israel for birthright, because that blonde hair is gonna get her marriage proposals where she's like, I don't know which one to pick.
Bitch, I drank a bottle of wine with you tonight, Dinah.
Holy shit, we did this for fucking 3 hours. Linda.
I don't want to stop.
You see me. You see how I am. I am all about the truth. Okay.
This is extraordinary. I fucking want to thank COVID for this.
This is extraordinary. This really, and I wish other men were strong enough and not afraid of women enough. Because
Richard, I'm gonna promote you as the quintessential motherfucker.
I dare you. I dare you. And
you
I have no problem taking on
quintessential. You have earned your stripes.
I am a dirty boy. I have my perversions. I love my filth. But I'm the first guy to say, you gotta make
filth. I love my filth.
I love my
cleanliness.
I love my filth. But it's got to
be with me.
You know? And look, you got to be a man. There's a difference between being a boy and being a man.
How does a man not become emasculated by a Jewish woman?
My ex-fiance was Jewish, Cuban, spoke fluent Spanish, 2-time Emmy nominated award, and
she murdered your ass.
No, she didn't. I don't get emasculated by her. In fact, I used to make her stand in the corner with her face. Oh, we had a whole dynamic going. Oh, it was awesome. I don't get emasculated by women because I know who I am. I'm very clear about myself. And if you make $500,000 a year and I make $100,000 a year, but you're bringing something to the table and I'm bringing something to the table, and those ingredients make a dynamic experience.
You gotta know when to hold them.
And the rest
know when to fold them.
Part of it maybe comes from being lucky enough to be blessed, but I don't ever question, like, I know who I am. Women can't emasculate me because I'm a good man. I've fucked up. I've made my mistakes. I've learned from them. I've grown into somebody I'm very proud of.
You might be the healthiest person I know.
Thank you.
It took a long time.
The sexiest.
It took a long
time. No. I know that you get your value. You have self-esteem. You have culture. You have religion. You have art. You have rock and roll. You have classic Americana, deep fucking understanding of what the fuck is going on right now, or you and me would not be talking. Because that compliment that you gave me in the beginning, that something to the effect of my relative.
What I said. I can repeat.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, it takes one to know one, and you recognize that in me. And thank you for recognizing that in me, because I'm coming out of the trauma that says I'm nothing.
You've never not been, Dinah, in all the years I've known you. And one of my, so my uncle
I appreciate that from you.
My uncle Larry, you can Google him. His name is Larry Geller. My uncle Larry Geller is a guru. He's a
Larry. I don't want to Google you.
Hello,
Larry.
My uncle Larry Geller was Elvis Presley's best friend, his spiritual advisor, his guru. They wrote 2 books together. Larry is he's one of these ridiculously connected human beings that when you meet him, you can feel his wings wrap around you. That's my Uncle Larry.
As you were saying that, I have to tell you, as you were saying that, I have a step Uncle Larry who is dying from ALS right now. But when you were saying that, I saw his spirit wrapping around, like he doesn't have the use of his arms right now.
Larry Geller is he's an incredible man. He was Jay Sebring's partner. They had the first hair salon on Melrose, and he was supposed to be murdered at Sharon Tate's house, but got a feeling and turned his car around. Like Larry Geller, my uncle is like this insane, otherworldly, spiritual being. And he was a tremendous influence in my life. And I just spoke to him the other day, and he's 78 and he lives in Sedona, go figure. And, he's just that guy. He's really that guy. And a combination of him and growing up in the parking lot of Grateful Dead shows in the 80s and understanding what it means to be second in line and put the universe and other human beings first.
Mhm.
That whole hippie culture, that thing about, oh, I got half a sandwich, you're hungry? Here, let's break it and you can have half of it. Like,
That's what I was raised in.
that is how I live my life
That's how I was raised in.
on a minutely basis.
On a
Always.
moment basis.
Drives me. So for me to show up and to be present for another human being is rote. It's second fucking nature. It takes zero energy.
I'm the same way. Like that.
Myself.
That's why we're talking right now. Like our energies are so similar that we had to stop.
And that's why I said to you, you know, I really excel at being at service, like in a relationship to another woman. My comedy, about 15 or 20 years in, it took a weird change where I stopped taking the mic out. I could talk with my hands. It felt like I was natural on stage. And it took a very weird, Linda, we've talked about this, but Dinah, I have a very weird, and people flip out on language and words and, well, it's just semantics, but I don't ever go on stage to get laughs anymore. And I don't ever go on stage to make people laugh anymore. I hate the language. I think to go on stage to make people laugh is self-indulgent. I think it's a little bit controlling. And I think that I am, as a stoner, don't have the wherewithal to make 500 or 600 or 2,000 people do anything. And the idea of going on stage to get laughs, to me, is very selfish. The people who are in the audience are paying to get in. They forked out money. An artist doesn't.
But to laugh.
Let me finish. An artist doesn't paint paintings to go on a wall in a gallery to get praise. So I don't go on stage to get laughs, and I no longer go on stage to make people laugh.
Got it.
The language in my head that I use and the approach I have been taking with my comedy for the past 10 years, which I find very freeing, is that I now go on stage to give laughs. If you look at all of my social media, it's time to go on stage to give laughs. By changing that one aspect of how I looked at what it was I was doing, it became completely about the people who are there to get what they need, and not about me at all.
You know what? That's amazing. No, that's amazing. And you just really made me clarify something that, Gene Pompa,
my best friend and my business partner in a book that we're about to publish.
Amazing. Like, he has influenced me so much on Facebook because
one of my best. I can't tell you it now, but you're gonna love it then.
But he's always, no matter what he posts, he's posting something funny. And so he really taught me that, like, especially, like, I got what he was doing, but I didn't really realize that he was mentoring me until quarantine happened. And when quarantine happened, I was no longer able to do comedy in the clubs. And so now my Facebook community became my comedy show.
Correct.
And so I just started, like, I would like repost stuff or post, like, always serious shit of, like, the topical stuff that's going on. But I would be like, okay, every third post better be a joke, just like in comedy. And I started to notice that people started to, like, really wrap into, like, and I was like, this is it. Like, this is it. Like, people are like, oh, do you have a blog? Do you have this? I'm like, no, it's going to sound so fucking stupid, but I have my Facebook page. That's my community. Like, those are my people. Those are the people I love the most. Those are the ones I'm in touch with.
You hear what she's saying, Linda? What she's talking about is organic growth. She's saying that what she does grows best out of Facebook dirt. It has the most effect, it flowers the best, and it's easiest for her to water. So she knows that audience. I'm really good with the metaphors. So
I care about them, no?
So she knows that audience. It works for her, and it's a comfortable venue.
Right. It's not that I don't go out of venue. Like, I do.
Not what she's saying.
Yeah. I'm doing like shows like this that are making me stretch.
I love Dinah Leffert. God damn, I cannot believe it. I am so happy we've been doing this. Fuck you. I love you.
Fuck you.
I do. I love
Fuck
Dinah.
you, Linda.
Fuck you, Dinah.
Fucking fuck you, Linda.
Fuck you, Dinah.
You know how beautiful the universe is if you can step out of yourself for a second?
Right?
Understand?
Did we do mushrooms? Did we drink a glass of wine or did we do
So
mushrooms?
I practice metaphysics. There's crystals all over my house. I've always been a guy who believes in the non-tangibles. And I have a philosophy. I have several philosophies about life, and they're all intertwined. And basically, one of the three edicts I live by is that the universe brings you what you need when you need it.
Right.
You have to be conscious enough to see what's being put in front of you so that you can receive it.
Totally.
But you are where you are when you're there.
And be here now and be present.
That's where you're supposed to be. No matter what. If you're in a fucking life-threatening car accident that you crawl out of, newsflash, you were supposed to be in that car accident. It's up to you to figure out why.
I figured out why I was in a car accident. It was all about my emotional, such a powerful, profound emotional state. And the only times I ever had any fucking car accidents, like a couple times, like the only time that ever happened was when I wasn't present and I was generating a dark negative space. And I got hit.
And that can happen.
I'm clear that I caused it, even though I got hit from behind.
I don't believe you caused it. What I believe.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I'm at fault. The motherfucker slipped his shoe off and fucked up, and it's his fault, and he paid for my shit. Trust me. But I know I'm clear energetically that I'm the one he hit.
Because why?
Because I was the perfect pattern for his fucking fuck up because I was generating an emotional state that was dark.
Nope, I don't even need to listen. Because why? There's a simple.
Because I was there.
Because you were supposed to go through that at that time. Not because you were there. Anyone could have been there. You, Dinah. This is what I learned from Larry. You were supposed to be there at that time. And you were supposed to go through that. And whatever it is you learned from that and got from that and taught him from that, whatever that is, that's what the universe, that's how it works.
I hit the steering wheel so hard that my lips blew up so hard. The paramedic was like, hey, girls go to surgery for that look.
Did you know Steve White?
I was like, I shouldn't go to these lengths to get a fucking date in this town.
Do you know Steve White?
No.
Okay, Steve White's a black comedian, greatest smile you've ever seen. He's been in all of Spike Lee's movies. Steve's been around for years. Do you know Dave Rath?
No.
Dave Rath is Brian Posehn's manager, Patton Oswalt's manager. Dave Rath came to my house for 1,000,000 years and played basketball. He's a good friends of mine from being in comedy for 35 years. So, at Scott and Rose's wedding in 1992, Dave Rath, myself, Steve White, and Mark Pitta. Do you know Mark Pitta?
Yes.
Steve White, myself, Dave Rath, and Mark Pitta.
And I might know these other people if you show me a picture, because sometimes I don't know people's names, but I've been around so much I see their faces around.
Steve White,
and then I go, oh yeah.
Rath, you wouldn't know, but you know Pitta. So Pitta, me, Rath, and Steve White all drive to Scott LaRose's wedding together. After the wedding, Pitta leaves. Me, Steve White, and Rath are in a massive car accident. You don't understand. I was dead. I had died and was brought back to life. Steve White, you like these teeth? Nice. Fake.
I've been pissed at you this whole time. I'm like, when is he going to get fucking wine teeth? They're too white. Like, you're making my teeth look fucked up, bro.
They still turn. But Steve White, who had the greatest teeth in the whole wide world, the best teeth in comedy, best teeth in movies, all because of Dave Rath. Okay. My point is that your life is a funny thing because you have no control over it, no matter what you want to think.
Right.
We have elders. I believe that there's always, and I can feel them like they sit right here. There's like
I feel them. I drug overdosed a couple times on my own, and I saw them. I saw them with my own eyes.
Dead friends, dead relatives.
Dead relatives.
I call them my elders, Linda, and they're like right here. And they sit behind you and they got their hand on your shoulder and they laugh at you sometimes. And if you're going to die, they'll grab the steering wheel and move it. But they're Hedberg, Panette, my grandfather, my friends who have died. I can feel their energy right back here, right fucking here. And I call them the elders. And I really, truly believe that we do not have control. We don't have our hand on the steering wheel. The only thing we have control over is what road we're driving down.
You're so close. You're so close.
Based on the choices we make. But once
no. It's the opposite.
The universe
you're so right. You're so right. But no, Richard. It's just almost, you're so close. It's that our hands are on the wheel. We are in control of our hands on the wheel. They have control of the road.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that. I think it's out of your control. I think, like I said, I think the universe steps in at some point and says, we're taking over. And it puts you where you're supposed to be. No matter, you might not know. You go, Jesus.
It's same. It's zoom.
Right, zoom. Exactly. Zoom. Exactly. The universe takes over, it puts you, and all of a sudden you're like, how the fuck did I get here? I don't know.
Doesn't anyone have to go to the bathroom?
No, are you kidding? I'm 5 glasses in.
Well, first of all, I have to go to the bathroom, but I'm gonna take you with me up until a point.
Okay, Dinah, we gotta give Linda some comedy advice.
Well, first of all, you give her some comedy advice. I have to pee right now.
Wait, can I watch? Oh, you
no, but I'm just saying, okay, this is the bathroom.
Is someone gonna find me an awesome woman, or are you gonna dump your guy and just go, all right, Chassler? Look at Dinah. I'd fuck that mouth. I mean, that would a cool thing.
Okay, you have to look at the ceiling.
All right. We got an exhaust fan.
Hold on, no. I want to see something funny. Wait, what's up on the ceiling that you could look at?
Oh, that's
well, do you guys want to see this art project that I'm working on?
Ooh, Day of the Dead.
It's a sugar skull. You see all these?
Yep.
Those are the sugar skulls. It's like the sugar that I'm going to put on the skull.
Love it.
See these crystals? I put all these crystals. Boom. I'm going to fill it up. I'll let you know when it's done.
Pretty.
Okay. I'm not sure what to show you guys, but I'll be right back.
Your ass would be nice. What? I'm just saying.
The ass.
You want to know what's amazing? Is that I've known Dinah, Dinah and I have absolute mutual respect. So I don't have to worry about stepping out. She you know what I mean? And that's the thing for me. The thing for me is I think here's what I want to say to every female comic. You absolutely deserve 1,000% respect from every single male comedian in this community. No question about it. The same way any female office worker deserves the same level of respect from her coworkers. I firmly believe that. The only caveat is that we work in an industry where we constantly reveal and make ourselves vulnerable.
Were you guys wearing pants this whole time? Because I was
not at all, baby. Are you kidding me? I'm in pajama bottoms, no underwear. But I never wear underwear. I own 2 pairs of underwear.
Anytime I do a Zoom, assume I'm not wearing pants.
Never pants. Right now, I'm only in pajama bottoms, but the only reason I'm in pajama bottoms was to be respectful. Otherwise, I'd probably be naked from the waist down.
I do it on principle. If we're
I
in
no
Zoom,
pants.
you should know that on principle,
I
zero pants.
I like no pants. I'm all about nakedness all the time.
Holy.
Are you going to find me a wife?
Listen. That's a lot of pressure. But
I asked Rebecca Cochan. She failed.
Wait, what happened?
I said I asked Rebecca Cochan. She failed. She goes, Rebecca goes, I got a girl. Okay. She's Jewish. She's 40. She's a lawyer and she's crazy. I went, you had me up to crazy. I'm crazy. I don't need crazy.
Exactly. No. I understand you. And now that you just said that, the secret crazy word, now I feel more of an obligation to Yenta the fuck out of your life. And
baby, I am handing you the keys to Yentaville.
Listen, okay, great. I don't, there's no guarantees, but you have my word that as a quality.
If you don't dump your boyfriend, can you find me someone like you?
Aww.
Very sweet. Yes, I will definitely be
smart,
having your back on that issue.
Smart, funny, reads, smokes weed, likes wine, dirty as all goddamn get out.
Can I tell you something though, Richard? Can I tell you something?
What? I need dirty. I'm a filthy.
I know. Did I slur? Okay. Richard.
Did I slur?
Richard, let me tell you something. Every Richard I've ever known was a dick.
I don't know.
Like that's your nickname. That's the abbreviation for Richard, right?
No.
Technically, what I'm saying is factual, right?
I've never been called Dick in my life. I've never let people call me Dick.
Yes, you have.
No.
Right now.
No.
Right now.
I'm not allowing it.
If you don't know that every Richard is a dick, you're going to be a dick.
I have a shirt that a guy on the road gave me years ago for people named Richard called Dicks of America, the OA Club. And it's for people named Richard.
Thank you.
Literally, Grand Rapids, Michigan, the Comedy Den, 1997, 98. I'll never forget it. The guy walked up and he goes, your name's Richard? I go, yeah. He goes, my name's Richard. I go, hey, great name. He goes, you got to join the club. I go, what club? He goes, Dicks of America. I go, what? He goes, everyone named Richard. It's a thing. And he gave me, I have the shirt in a box. I literally, in my car, DOA. It's a guy flying with Richard. And it's, yes.
Remember how you were just talking about how everything happens for a reason?
Yes.
Well, I think that this moment, he gave you that for this moment.
It's very possible, but I do have the shirt.
Because right now he is the only one backing me up.
No, I'm backing you up. I'm saying I have a shirt that says, it's got a globe. It says DOA and it's got a guy flying. It says Richard. Like, it's the funniest.
Listen, no matter what, like, I know what you're saying, like, as far as Yenta and like, if I didn't have a boyfriend, all the blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing, like, your family, Richard, I get you. You're you're valuable and you're special. And I just feel like you're not going to need my help because I feel like you just got into your fighter form on every level of life. Like you're so seasoned and actually like I remember being a young chick. Like that's what I wanted when I was 20.
I wish. Dinah, I love you, but meeting women has never been a problem for me. Meeting the right or good women.
And you have to rely on your community to be like, okay,
what I'm saying is I'm relying on you, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, and Linda, you got to commit to this too, okay? Because
I'm committed.
Because you are a community, and thank you for drinking straight from the bottle.
I'm such a good man. Like I'm the guy.
If you're a good man, show Linda that you're a good man by also drinking from the bottle, or you're not polite.
Yeah, let's see it. Woo!
Yes.
Linda was drinking from the bottle.
We're
in Linda's house.
Let me put it this way. How about this, Dinah? I'm such a good man.
How good man are you?
I drink from the tap.
I mean, you're acting like it was a mic drop, but I drink from the top. I drink from the.
In other words, I'm a giver. That's right. Mm-hmm. Now, come on, I see you. I see you, Sergio. I literally just watched.
That was fire.
Dinah, I literally watched Dinah's face go, fuck, I need something right now. When I went, Dinah's face went, fuck. Her eyes went one way, her mouth went there. Her face literally went, I need a joke. No, seriously. I really, you know what? I can honestly tell you, there's no women on this planet, not one, who could literally say, I dumped him because he cheated. Not one. It's not my vibe. I'm not that guy. I've never been that dude. I dumped a girl once because I knew I was going to cheat on her. I was on the road. I met a girl. I knew I was going to cheat on her.
That's honorable as fuck.
So I called her and I dumped her because I knew there was no way I was going home without fucking that girl. There was no way. And I love her.
Hey, listen, I do not pick my nose, but I do have a nose picker.
That's good. I drank a bottle of wine with you tonight.
You know what?
I did too.
Can you tell?
Open this.
You guys, I'm gonna freak out when we have to replay this. I've never gotten drunk like this on a fucking Zoom.
Oh, I do all the time. Do you ever watch my What Am I Drinking posts for my funny wino stuff that I said?
Just the last one.
That's like what I've been doing in quarantine.
I just got hip to your shit.
Now you're sending me shit like it's turning into something.
You know what's crazy? Okay, I started with my ex-partner because when she realized that she was in love with this girl and she was living in wine country, that she would cut me out as a partner, even though I brought all the comedy store comedians up to wine country. So fuck that bitch.
You, me and Claude talk. Claude and I have a thing. We tried. I need you. You're in. It's called the Grapes of Laugh Comedy Tour.
Thank you. I started some shit up there, and it turned into some seriously fucking profitable, real shit, like amazing in wine caves, all that.
Do you know Claude?
How many Claudes do I know?
There's only one Claude in comedy. Claude Stewart.
I need to see a picture.
Unbelievable. See, you know why life sucks? Because right now I can't get off this call and then go do stuff with somebody. I need to do stuff. I need to go do stuff. I feel like I need to do some stuff.
Like what?
Stuff. Stuff. Like, okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna go do stuff with my girlfriend.
Aww. I
need to do stuff.
You're such a dick.
No, I'm
Call
not.
Back.
I'm such a sweetheart. I'm such a good man, and all I want to do is live at service to another woman and make sure that every day her life is easier, and that's what when I don't understand men who don't do well in relationships because the job is really fucking easy. One thing every day.
Tell them, Richard. Tell all the fucking men. That's your job.
But by the way, there's a lot of women who don't know this either. That when you decide to get into a relationship with a person, you're doing it because you want them to have a better, easier, more beautiful life. So you have to be at service to them. You have to go out of your way. You have to do something every day to make your girlfriend's life better. Whether it's, let me make your lunch for you, or, oh, you're going to be late, I'll make a bath for you, or whatever it is, you just have to be present for the other person and make sure that every day they know you're not in this by yourself, man, and I fucking got you. And that's not a hard thing to do.
It's not, is it?
I don't think so, but I can't find something to do it for.
What?
Do you know how hot that is?
So, but I can't find someone to do it for.
What'd you say, Linda?
I said, do you know how hot that is?
No, is it really?
Yeah, it's really hot.
I feel like we finally just admitted that we're having a threesome.
I'm in.
Linda, first of all, you don't need any mentors. You just are perfect.
Linda, you're amazing, but what I need you to really understand is that here's your homework. You ready? Here's your real homework. I want you to do nothing but watch I want you to watch Joan Rivers. I want you to watch Elaine Boozler. I want you to choose
Margaret Cho. I want you to watch
Margaret Cho. Very good. I want you to watch Margaret Cho. So I want you to watch those 3 stand-ups. Okay? And
what about Sarah?
I love Sarah, and she's a good friend of mine, but Sarah's style is a little different than what she's doing, and I don't know that it would be beneficial to Linda in terms of...
It is beneficial to Linda. You know why? Because Linda's she's a baby chick.
You know, Linda?
She's never going to be like Sarah Silverman, but Sarah Silverman's style can pull her out of
whatever Dinah says.
She's a baby, fluffy, blondie little shiksa chick.
You really want to watch some of
the Jewish half shiksa chick.
Look at Dinah's beautiful mouth. Look at that fucking...
Okay, now you're getting crazy.
I'm just saying, you know, it's nice and sweet lips. I'm just saying, find me a Jewish girl, god damn it! Dinah, you know everyone in comedy. Where'd she go?
I don't know. She'll be back. She's been in and out. She left.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Maybe her phone died.
Oh, that would suck.
That would.
Is it midnight? Have we really been doing this 3 hours? I haven't even eaten dinner yet.
I know. I'm having so much fun. I have this much left in my bottle.
Linda, I drank an entire bottle of wine. Do you know how much wine is in? Do you know how much wine is in a bottle?
Not really.
I will tell you the answer.
Okay.
The answer is 25.5 ounces.
Okay.
That means that when you go to a restaurant, you get a glass of wine. They give you about 5 ounces in the glass. So if there's 25.5 ounces in a bottle of wine, how many glasses are you getting?
5 and something.
5!
5 and remainder.
Where did Dinah Leffert go?
I don't know. She was a lot of fun.
Dinah's great, but where'd she go?
I don't know. Her phone must have died. Here, she's back.
Is she back? Let
her in. Yeah, she's coming back.
I love Dinah.
I know, right?
I literally have known her for so long.
Got to get it on with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
I'd be fucking the kitchen with Dinah. I'd be fucking in the kitchen, I know. I'd be fucking in the kitchen with Dinah. Oh, she's back. Whoops.
Dinah's sideways. Don't see her.
Guys, I seem sideways as heck.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, my
you missed a great song, Rich's
so my phone, the charger fucking ended, okay?
You missed my new song. It's called Rich is in the Kitchen with Dinah.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Rich, man, you know what?
It's so hard.
I know. You're really but here's the thing, like, Rich, like it's a good problem to have.
You think, should I just be a douchebag? Like, isn't it easier to just...
No. Don't.
Sure?
No. Don't be a douchebag. Just
I'm
play
not,
one.
saying.
Just play one.
Listen, I have always been me. The one thing I can honestly say, I fall asleep every night with my head on my pillow knowing, is that I've always been me.
Nothing sexier than a douchebag.
I never wanted to be
Who
that.
knows he's a douchebag.
Yeah, they're assholes.
But when you virtue signal like you're not a douchebag, and we know you're a douchebag, and you're not telling the truth on yourself, that's where you cock block you.
No, I don't do that though. I know who I am. I only tell the truth about myself. And I know I'm not a douchebag.
Well, I'm talking to whoever needs to hear this.
And I'm sure there's a lot of dudes who do.
Well, that's a lot of D's and O's.
A lot of D's, dude.
So what, you guys, what happened whenever like you lost me?
No, we were just
We
like,
missed you.
And then I started singing, Richard's in the kitchen with Dinah.
I honestly feel like I just finally came into like who I am and what I believe in and everything. And I've incorporated everyone who's ever influenced me. And it's all wrapped up in dirty hair and stained lips and
I love it all. Fuck, I love
fucking some shorts I got from Big Five. I went shopping. I went on a shopping spree at Big Five. Okay.
The shorts,
nobody was helping me. Like I couldn't even try shit on. Like I have to take some shit back that doesn't even fit me.
Dude, this whole not being able to shop with the real, I know.
I heard people in Big Five going, does anyone work here? Can anyone help us?
Like, hello. Big Five.
We've helped Richard enough, so we need to help me find somebody that likes 69-year-old women.
That's what's up. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting.
I need this.
Okay. I'm so happy. Okay.
Fuck comedy.
You're easy.
I need sex.
You're easy.
Okay, let's get to the real shit.
First of all, do you know how many guys there are between the ages of 68 and 75?
Wait, Linda, can I tell you something?
Yeah, please.
I really might have a guy for you.
Okay.
I might have a guy for her.
I'll take anything.
If your guy's better for her, I want the highest purpose.
My guy's awesome, smokes weed, very funny, totally cool, was the dean of a junior high school. I've known him. He raised me. He's my second dad. I've known him since I was 14.
Well, I have a weed trimmer boss, like who grows, who has a dad that he keeps on trying being like a very amazing, awesome woman that trims with me. Like she does like 3 pounds a day. And he's like, can you please introduce her to my dad? My dad's single and he's amazing and she deserves happiness. I get such good vibes from her and she's not interested.
God.
Linda.
But she's kind of similar to Linda. Like it could be his type.
Linda, are you dirty?
Dirty.
Do you fucking here? Ready? Do you?
She's not dirty. She's hardworking. She's just like
I know she's hardworking.
She's just like
hardworking is not a turn on. Okay? Do you swallow? Do you talk dirty? Do you like doggy style?
Can you give up some of your not give up some of your ambition, but can you be available to a man? Because men need a lot of attention. You have to.
Only some, not all.
I'm a boomer. I can fake it too.
Only some.
She's a boomer. She can fake it.
I heard that. So, I used to do a joke that most men are very simple. All they need, feed them, fuck them, let them think they got the ketchup bottle open. That's pretty much all you need. Then
Linda,
you got
Linda. Are you available to go on a date? I'm gonna hook up a date.
Not rich.
Yes. I'm in Vegas though.
What?
Mobsters.
Okay. Here's what's perfect.
How are you? Listen, my name's.
Okay, my friend's dad. They're not loaded, but they have money. Okay, like if he wants to go on a date with you, he'll fly you out. He'll be respectful. He'll fly you back. Like whatever. If you guys are meant to be together, like Vegas is not an issue. It's not that far from LA. He's like an older dude, but he's established. Like he already had a marriage. Like I think the mom died. I'm not sure, but like he's a good dude. Good dude.
Linda, are you dirty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well then hook her up.
Done.
All I need to hear is, oh yeah. If she goes, well, what do you mean by dirty? Forget it.
No.
But oh yeah,
Okay.
hook her up.
Like
Done.
done. Okay, like done,
Filthy.
done.
Filthy. Like,
Done. Because you have that like such a sweet.
she's
such a
amazing,
beautiful thing.
right?
No,
right.
no. This is the thing that I think that his son really likes about this other. Like, she wasn't like smiling all the time; she was working her ass off. But she has that same. Like, Linda has that same. There's a purity of energy to her.
Men
that's
like a
very
woman,
attractive.
or at least I like a woman who is super smart and in touch and has this very real but filthy as fuck. And it's that duality that is a very big turn on. So if
Right.
you're someone who is in charge of your life and you understand, and this is my job, and here's what I do, and I'm super in touch with this, but I need to get fucked in the ass, then that duality thing is like my ex-fiance and I used to swing, and I was totally against it when it first started.
Time out. Now you have to tell everybody about your ex-fiance. Like, when did you guys get married, or when did you guys get engaged? Like, how long ago was it?
My ex-fiance and I were together back in 2005.
Okay.
15 years ago.
Okay. Not that long ago. Go
Nope.
on.
He was a 2-time Emmy-nominated producer. Super
For what?
smart.
Oh, you never mind. Go ahead.
Super fucking smart. Cuban Jew from Miami. Bilingual. And
Hot.
oh, so hot.
What the
Like,
fuck happened?
not my fault on this one.
She fucked up?
Totally not my fault on this one. She got a job working for Endemol. Are you familiar with Endemol? Endemol Productions does Big Brother. Endemol at the time
Big
was
Brother.
Deal or No Deal. John.
He does work for the cabal.
John, his name is John DeMol. John DeMol.
Sorry. Oh, not the cabal. John DeMol. Sorry. I apologize.
John DeMol is a he's from the Netherlands.
Okay.
Jewish, and owns a production company that has more television platforms running worldwide than any other. Endemol is the largest production company worldwide than any other production company. And they have more platforms running worldwide. So she got a job moving to Miami to open up Endemol USA Latino, developing Latin content for the American market.
Amazing.
Because she was bilingual, right. So we were long distance for a while, Skype sex every day, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But her light.
Skype sex.
What, baby?
Baby. Skype sex.
Skype sex, right. But then she just stopped. When I got there in December, I knew right away she was.
First of all, you guys are trying to make me the enta, but now I'm trying to understand, like, actually, Linda's the enta. She's the one that's trying to put this together.
Oh, the enta.
I just figured out your guys has pulled the wool over my eyes. Is this a date?
You have a boyfriend, it can't be a date. Look at that face. You see Dinah's face? You see how ridiculous? Look at those cheekbones. Look at that mouth. Look at that chin. You see how beautiful she is? Just physically beautiful. Forget the fact that she's smart and conscious and socially relevant and gives a fuck about people she never met and has the thing about Judaism that says that you have to live at service to other people and that you need to feed the homeless and clothe the cold and house, like that's what the Talmud says to do. Dinah lives out of that. And
I live downtown next to for a reason.
And look at that face. She does all of that and you still want to come on that face. Look how fucking hot she is. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
I removed my glasses just in case.
No, it's hot on the glasses sometimes. I was in
the front row. I didn't know if like the splash fest was.
That's why I love Dinah. Because I could say anything to her and she still knows where I'm coming from.
And I want people to know that they can still come from that place, and they're coming. They're coming. They're actually coming from the place. Not only did they come at the place, they were coming while coming at. They were coming.
I wouldn't mind one or the other. It's usually the other, but at this
human beings are sexual beings, and we're never gonna forget that. And my only concern is, let's slow down. We have patience.
I am 55. I have the libido of a 13-year-old. To this day, I still have the same sex drive that I
don't want the libido of a 13-year-old. I want the libido
I
do.
I'm sorry.
I think Linda loves you.
I do. So funny. That was fucking great.
Help me, Dinah.
I think that this
Dinah.
I think this threesome is all about Linda.
Yes.
And her subtly permeating, powerful, subtle
libido.
No, like but white fire libido.
Yeah, white power. I mean, white fire.
No. White fire is like, it's like Virgos versus Scorpios. Like Scorpios are so sexual.
I am a man who loves self-assured women, successful women, sexually independent women. Like,
why do you think that is? Because you're those things?
No, I think it's because I know that I get stimulated by ideas and situations that are outside the norm. So if a woman is willing to say, I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet, right away she's breaking a boundary. So I'm interested. I'm already intrigued. That to me is a turn on.
What do you mean by breaking a boundary? Because she's not being obedient?
Because there's a social constraint that has
she broke.
Unfair.
She was rebellious. She was. That's why you guys don't fucking give a fuck about girls that are
like.
Nice
I
and
like the rebellion.
There for you.
But that willingness to say, I'm stepping outside, I'm breaking the boundary, I'm going to be more like, that's what turns me on. That's why I like self-assured women. That's why I like A-type women. That's why I like successful women. That's why I don't get off on, I'm not a man who needs subservient women next to me. I don't need to have my ego built up. That doesn't turn me on. What turns me on is watching somebody trying to do something. That is interesting to me. And somebody taking on a cause or an action or a statement, that is interesting to me. So when a woman is willing to stand up and say, I don't give a fuck, I'm interested.
You're a feminist. Fuck yes.
I'm a man who understands what being alive is about, and I don't think that shortchanging any body or any race or any gender or anything is going to advance my ability to understand why I'm here. So
this is a Jewish man, and most men need to learn from other Jewish men because they actually do get it right. They get it right. What he's saying is right. That does make a good relationship.
You matter. You matter. The same way I matter. And the same way the guy next door matters.
This guy is, what I'm saying is this guy is going to get you to an orgasm. Each time.
Every time.
You're going to be like, holy shit, there's not been one time.
Not once.
Not once.
Like, not one time.
All right, Dinah.
I need therapy for the fact that I've orgasmed every single, each time.
Every time.
I've never experienced this much perfectionism and satisfaction, and I need a therapist to deal with that.
For my 30s, I have lived by a credo, which was, it's very simple. Women come first. You can spell it any way you want, but women come first, always. no matter what. Women come first.
It seems like he's pandering, but he's telling you the truth.
Really not pandering, though. It's where I get the most satisfaction. It's where I feel like I am showing up in a way that I am being of value.
Right.
The truth. That is the real truth.
And you know what? Let me tell you something, Linda. Don't fucking fake orgasms. Demand that you get a real one. From now fucking on.
So I have 3 words. It's really 4 words that I've been saying to women since. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. I got raped by an older woman when I was 17.
How older?
Raped, I mean, I was working at a restaurant in Sherman Oaks. She came on to me, and for 6 months, she sort of became this 26-year-old who taught this 17-year-old everything you need to know about women. So by the time I was in my young 20s, I'm meeting women, and they're saying, "How do you know this stuff?" Well, I was 17 and had a 26.
I had a mentor.
I had a mentor. That is correct.
Well, I don't want to jump ahead. She might be a mentor, but did she also cross the boundary?
Well, I was 17. All boundaries were already crossed, but that was also 1982, 83.
Should we lower the age to 17?
Definitely.
You just showed me how I can fucking trick dudes into admitting.
But I told you that I was a victim, that I was 17, and a woman who came into the restaurant I worked at gave me her number on a napkin. She didn't know I was 17.
But did she have consensual sex with you?
Well, you can't consent if you're under the age of majority. So the answer would be no.
So do you want to sue her?
No.
I know a lawyer.
I want to thank her. She taught me things about women, not physically, but intellectually and spiritually, about women that I never would have learned, that I never would have understood, that made me a man who is able to show up in a way that to this day, I still use some of that. Like, no, and absolutely not. She was amazing for me.
Okay, so do you feel like it was consensual?
Again, legally or spiritually?
Personally.
Yes.
Because actually some of this issue that we're having right now is, when does this person have autonomy over their sexuality? Like, I remember being 15 and being like,
you did not have autonomy at 15, no matter what.
No. This boyfriend, like, I chose him. I was ready to have my high school sweetheart, and we dated for 3 years, and it started when I was 15, and he was underage just like me.
Right. Well, that's me too. Same thing in high school.
So we were pedophiles together by being
15 you're not
together.
pedophiles. You're not pedophiles. You're 15, he's 16. That's not pedophilia. That's young love.
I had young love. So what I'm saying is,
there's a difference.
I'm pointing to what America, what our country has, like, a moral issue with. If you have consent,
I don't have a moral issue with development. I don't have a moral issue with a 10th grader having a girlfriend or a boyfriend who's a 10th or 11th grader, and they're in high school and they're discovering.
But the law says,
I don't care about the law.
That's not okay.
The law does not apply to 2 minors. The law applies to a major and a minor.
That's not true, Richard. That's not true. If 2 minors are sharing nude pics between each other and they get busted,
different. And that is only because we're in a digital age. If 2 minors are texting pictures to each other, it becomes child pornography. But that is only because we're living
But
in
if
a
I
digital.
was, I remember when I was in high school, if I,
That's not the conversation we're having. We were talking about discovering and two 10th or 11th graders being boyfriends and girlfriends and discovering each other, which is different than pornography. And someone over age dealing with someone underage.
But why did you get so freaked out when I brought that up?
Well, I'm not freaked out. I'm just saying keep the two things independent is all I'm saying.
Okay, don't collapse them. I got it.
Two different conversations is all I'm saying. Keep them separate. That's all.
This is what people want to know. So that's why I'm bringing it up.
Well, I have no problem.
I'm not sure if they still want to know at 12, 13 a.m.
There's nobody who's going to tell me that two high school students who are in 10th grade, who are now boyfriend and girlfriend, are walking through the halls holding hands, are not making out and going first, second, third base, or having sex. None of that is ever going to change my mind about what is sexual abuse and what is not. And I'm sorry, that is not sexual abuse.
Well, don't say I'm sorry. That I'm not asking you to apologize. So don't say sorry for me.
Yes to that, because that is a natural,
healthy,
growing.
I'm gonna light some incense right now because this conversation needs to be saged.
Right. Hold on. Wait.
I have lavender. Look.
Excuse me.
Lavender.
I picked this smudge in Malibu myself, pure white. All me. That's right.
I have a Native American boyfriend who laughs at people like you who burn sage.
Well, your Native American boyfriend can laugh all he wants, but my friend Rolling Thunder, who's a medicine man who I've known for 45 years, will tell your Native American boyfriend that anybody who wants to reach up to the spiritual gods has a right to.
And you know what? And you know what? I would actually take what you said and fucking spit that shit right at my motherfucking boyfriend. Because that's what I say to him. Every time he tries to say some shit about me, fucking lighten up some sage. Man, fuck you. This is just because I'm a white girl does not mean you can tell me that burning sage is fucking. No, you know what? Sage, let me tell you something. Sage has science behind it. When you burn sage, it has actual science behind it that it will kill 90% of the pathogens in the air.
That's all true. Now
you just burned up the fucking demon, motherfucker.
Now, Dinah, I want to tell you something. I grew up in a place called Jericho, Long Island. Cantiag was the tribe.
I think I've seen Jericho in some fucking plays that I read.
Cantiag was the Indian tribe that lived where I grew up. My elementary school was called Cantiag Elementary. I went to summer.
Was it New Jersey?
No. I went to summer camp on Lake Winnipesaukee, where I grew up, where I went for 7 years on an Indian reservation. I have a very strong tie to Native American culture.
They say they're the real lost tribe, homie.
I was walking on Venice Beach one day with Randy Kagan, and as we're walking down Venice Beach, there's a guy who's got all these pictures up. I go, oh, look, Red Bull, Sitting Cloud, White Cloud, Geronima. And Kagan's like, how do you know? I go, I don't know. I just know that. And he goes, and the guy with the pictures goes, bro, how'd you know that? Like, do you study? I go, no, I've always felt a connection to Native American culture. He goes, well, then there's clearly something going on. But I was able to pick out 6 of 8 tribal chieftains. So I know that for anyone to tell me,
Can I tell you that when I went to the Ho-Chunk Nation and performed comedy as the Jew and the Sioux, that when we went to, after the show, we went and met with the chief, and the chief was like, oh, my son wants me to talk to you. Every time you said the Jew and the Sioux, we were laughing, and you thought we were laughing at the Jew and the Sioux. But in our language, Jew means fornication.
It's funny.
So every time I kept on saying Jew and the Sioux, and people, it was a whole like 100% Native American Ho-Chunk Nation audience, and they kept on laughing, Jew and the Sioux, and it was like saying the Sioux and fornication, the Sioux and fucking, the Sioux and fucking. Like I was ridiculous to them. I fucking killed it for the wrong reason.
You're the fucking greatest, Dinah. I'll be right back.
Where you going? You have to pee finally, motherfucker?
Finally. Are you staying or are you coming?
Did you? It depends. Are you wearing depends?
No, I don't wear underwear. Are you kidding me? Ever. Look, I got right now nothing. I don't even wear fucking underwear. I've got drawstrings and nothing. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all, way more than I fucking paid for, but thank you for the bonus.
What worth the price of admission?
Go. Honestly, please fuck off. I want to talk to Linda.
I'll be back.
Linda, do you
Holy
see
crap.
Can I tell you something? Let me show you what my wine glass looks like now, and you'll understand why I stopped drinking December 27th.
Okay. Whoa. Holy Toledo. I have like 1/8 of an ounce left to drink.
Well, basically, I'm not sure if I'll actually drink all this whole thing, but I just poured it. I poured it all.
Oh my God, this has been so fun. It's been so fun to watch you guys.
Well, it was kind of weird to be like, fuck, like I wouldn't sit in, it's weird. Like I wouldn't sit in your house and be like ignoring you this whole time and just talking to Richard. But the way that Zoom is set up, I would just see his face the whole time and I would keep going. And I'd be like, every time I'd be aware of you, I'd be like, you would be saying something. So it's like the Zoom was picking up on your sound. So that's why I kept on saying, be louder or like say something. So I wasn't trying to like control you or say like you should do this or that. But like I was saying, like actually make some noise so that I can see your face.
I was really being quiet because I wanted to hear what you guys had to say, you know, like usually I'm like driving the whole conversation and it's like, oh God. And then tonight I just wanted to, have you guys talk.
I get that. I totally appreciate that and get that. And I just want to be equally as authentically interested. Like I want to know more about you and what your backstory is.
You don't have to acquiesce to other people in the conversation. Don't sit back and go, I just wanted to hear what you had to say. We're here because we want to hear what you have to say.
Wow, you know what? He just came in here and punked me he punked me kind of hard, just Pia.
Leah, but you have to know.
You guys are so tough to compete with. I just want to watch.
You are equally as important, equally as valuable, equally as intelligent, equally as necessary in keeping this conversation moving forward. So don't think for 1 second that you need to sit back and listen to other people. Because
that's a lot of lip service, Richard.
I'm sorry? What'd she say?
It was a lot of lip service.
A lot of lip service. I'm not gonna lie. It's lip service.
Not lip service. She knows.
You know what? She has 100% better smile put together than both of ours. And like you're saying all this shit to like make her feel good. Fuck you. Like ask her direct questions and then bite your tongue and wait for her to talk.
I did all night.
No. You fucking didn't because I fucking didn't.
I
didn't really care. I just wanted to have you guys on here and get some input.
Well, fuck you because both of you have really white, perfect, amazing Zoom teeth. And it seems like I really need to take myself out of the fucking homeless shelter that I've been living in downtown and like really get some bleach like drenched inside my mouth.
It's not even fair for you to say that because you are so horribly beautiful.
Absolutely.
To listen to you even say that, I don't know if I want
rude. Horribly beautiful.
Horribly beautiful.
That's my album cover.
I use that. I like to
horribly.
Well, I like to speak in opposite.
Beautiful.
Look at that mouth.
Come on.
I didn't get on here tonight to be in control of this.
Wait, Linda.
I did not get on here tonight to be in control of this conversation. I got on here tonight to hear what you guys had.
You're like Giselle, what's her face?
Bunchen.
But she has a green screen behind her, so I feel like it's a missed opportunity. Like, you should have dicks behind her, right? Like,
everyone should have dicks behind them. What do you want?
Well, she should have like some type of something inappropriate. Like,
where are you living right now, Dinah? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, you want me to tell the fucking people?
No, just tell me.
Who are not on our Zoom? Actually, I was gonna ask if Linda tells me where she lives, I'll tell you guys.
I'm in WeHo.
Where's Linda?
I live in Vegas, right on the Strip, 11 blocks south of Vegas. Wait a minute now, I have to put my brain in here.
Ooh.
11 blocks south of the. What the hell is the name of that street?
Tropicana.
I had too much wine.
Dinah, where are you in LA? What part of town?
I'm in downtown LA. I don't fuck around. Like you're not gonna fuck with me downtown LA because not only do I live downtown LA, but like I have homeless people I have people in Compton that if I text one number, cousins will show up.
Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. All right. Anyway, you were saying?
Fremont Street, 11 blocks south of Fremont Street.
Oh, so you're not too far from downtown.
I live down the fuck town.
Look at Dinah. I want to grab a bottle right now. I want to come downtown. I want to fucking sit and drink with you so badly. Dude, you don't have to tell me. Hello. I mean, Dinah, look, I'm not going to kid you. Look.
Listen, kid, when it's over, it's fucking over.
It's never over.
You have to face
in
the
my
music.
house, it's never over. That's about, I don't know, 70 bottles of wine right there.
70 bottles of wine on the wall. 70 bottles of wine. Guys, honestly, I'm way more impressed with myself than you guys.
No, I'm very impressed with Dinah Leffert.
This is drinking. You guys, this is truly a remarkable situation. Like, I just want you guys to know that this lavender incense is my reminder.
Dinah, can you please, honest to God, honest to fucking God.
No. He begs for me to torture him. Like, the more
burn incense.
Linda, the more you say no.
I burn incense.
The more you're uninterested.
The
more you don't give a fuck.
I need a metaphysical chick who understands other things that you can't touch. Please find me a woman who gets the non-tangibles. That's all I'm asking. What? I can't keep lighting incense and going, why are you lighting that? No.
Can I say something? Like, you're good. Don't trip. Like, I have your back. I know what type of chick you're interested in. You don't have to sell it. You fucking sold it.
Saw Jerry. With any luck, she saw Jerry. With any luck, she saw Jerry.
Jerry?
Garcia. With any luck.
Lewis?
Garcia.
Jerry Garcia. Oh.
Garcia.
Well,
Jerry.
If someone brings me Cherry Garcia,
Jerry
I'm good.
Garcia. Jerry Garcia.
In case people are bored right now, I am the baby little kid that was sleeping next to the giant speakers at the Dead concerts at the Greek Theater.
That was me at the Greek in 88, 85, 86.
Stop the dick, everyone. Like, I was a baby fucking getting like, how do you sleep with such loud noises? I learned how to at the fucking Dead show. So I slept on the stereo speaker.
My friend,
the speakers that go for the entire audience at the concert. I was a baby sleeping on that motherfucking hippie ass shit.
Used to bring her daughter to the shows, and she would open up the fucking cases for the spit. Open up, put her daughter in the case, and close the case.
Wow. She child trafficked her once she closed the case.
Child trafficked her. These are hippies on Dead Tour. She ran the Grateful Dead organization.
Why do you think I'm so conservative?
Yes, you're so conservative.
Why do you guys think I'm so conservative? Because I come from
excuse me. Yes, you're so conservative. You and Terry Joyce. The fuck happened there?
Well, are you guys afraid to talk about?
I'm not afraid to talk about anything.
Okay, well, can we talk about some conspiracy shit?
What, Crystal?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, okay, if we get in a fight, it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna die on this hill, but I might fight you. But okay, I blocked a couple people because they sent me some Candace Owens videos, and because they were white people and Jewish white people who were like hiding behind their inability to face their own need for change, and had to be like, here's this person who is going to uphold my racist views, but I'm going to use this Black woman as a way to hide my racism and my inability to check my fucking self. Okay. So one of those people was fucking Adam Richman.
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay. Well, I had to block him, and he's been a friend, and I gave him a fucking benefit of the doubt on some shit that he went through. But then he fucking challenged me on some shit that I was like, bro, you have zero legs on. The most compassionate thing I could do is block you right now. See? I told so much truth that he's coughing. No, Linda, like, he's coughing out of a fucking profound
story that you're going to blow your mind. I have not been socializing with people at all. Do you know Jeremy Hotz?
Yes.
Jeremy Hotz is my writing partner. Jeremy Hotz lives about a block up the street from me on Sweetser. So Hotz not only suffers from social anxiety disorder, but lives very close to me. So he doesn't go out, hasn't seen anybody. So all through the quarantine, Hotz has been one of the 1 or 2 people I've actually seen on the regular. Okay, but he's my business partner.
Right.
Last week.
Is that a COVID cough?
Last week, Claude Stewart came over.
Okay, go on.
Claude is like, Adam's like, hey, I want to drink some wine. So Adam and Claude are good friends. Adam came over. Adam decided
what did you drop?
Adam decided to pick a fight with me in my house over Black Lives Matters. Adam, I was very polite because I'm the host, and he kept going. Now, Adam's not American. He's Canadian, and he doesn't know American history.
Thank you.
So he speaks out of turn. And when you try to explain something to him, he goes, no, bro, let me tell you something. You don't understand. First of all, not only am I the funniest comedian in Los Angeles, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, so Adam got in my face.
Excellent impression.
This is last week in my house.
Okay. I'm taking my glasses off right now. I'm not going to give a fuck.
I let him go. I let him go.
This motherfucker.
I let him go. He got belligerent at the table. I'm sitting in the seat I was sitting in. Claude and Adam are sitting there and there. Adam finally fucking said something. I looked at him, which was like putting a hot knife through butter, just like that. he got irate and stood up, got over me like, oh, and he said to me, bro, I'll fucking kick your ass. In my house, Adam Richman stood up at my dining room table.
Are you friends with him? Let me ask something. I'm sorry to interrupt, but are you friends with him? Can he watch this?
I don't care if he does. Because whether or not I'm friends with him, I'm not lying. So I would tell this story in a room.
I'm just saying, I feel like he's watching, and that's why he came up. Go ahead.
Incidental.
Go ahead. Love you, Linda.
I care so little, it's incidental.
Okay. Go ahead.
If he's my friend and he watches this, he should be listening. But
yeah, you should be listening, dude.
But I'm not saying anything I wouldn't say to him in privacy of my own home or anywhere else.
Okay, well, I blocked you, homie, but if you're watching this, I'm going to tell you something after he says some shit. So
if I say it, I'll say it to you. I don't give a who fuck you are. Dinah, if I ever say anything about you and somebody comes to you and they go, hey, you know what fucking Chassler said about you? You can call me and go, did you say this? I'll go, yup. Here's what I said. I got no problem. I will never say something behind somebody's back that I will not say to their face.
And who I am is somebody who can receive a message and have a conversation. All good. Go ahead.
I'm not that guy. Fuck you if you don't want to hear the truth, but I got no problem saying what I want to say.
I have done work. I have done some soul searching to expand my capacity to be with what truth you have to say, and I will hold the space for it, Richard. I will hold the space for your truth.
Comfort level that will get you there to the point where you say to yourself, you know what, I'm old enough and experienced enough and I've been through enough to know what I know, and I'm okay. And I'm educated enough that I can cite sources for the things I believe. So if someone wants to challenge me, I invite that. I'm well equipped. It really gets to the point where you can say,
Richard, maybe you and me are like, we should get our DNA checked. Like, I feel like we're like way too, like, you might be the male version of me.
I got no problem with that. But Adam sat in my house, and when I said what he said, he got up and he goes, whoop! And he literally said to me in my house, I'll fucking kick your ass. And I looked at him and I go like this, I go, go ahead. Claude couldn't believe it. Claude is sitting right over there. I go fucking in. I go, but if you don't, get the fuck. I looked at him. I go, but if you don't, get the fuck out of my house. You're not. I go, get the fuck out of my house. You don't talk to me like that. There's the fucking. I looked at him. I go, there's the fucking door. You know what he did? Let me tell you what a piece of shit he is. Adam picks up his glass of wine. Rather than being man enough to go, you know what? Fuck you. I believe what I believe and walk out. He goes, all right, let me just finish the fucking wine you poured for me first. So let me oh, yeah. I looked at him like this. When he finally did, he put the glass down. I go,
good for you, Adam.
I go, you get that glass of wine? I go, yeah. I go, last one I'm ever pouring for you. I go like this. I go, there's the fucking door. And he goes, let me taste it. I go, I don't care. There's the door. Go use it. Out of my fucking house. I looked at him. I go, get the fuck out. Get out of my fucking house. Get out of my house. Get out. And he was like, what? I go, get out of my fucking house. And I
get out of my fucking spirit. Take your fingers out of my spirit, you fucking rapist.
Now,
fuck you for being a fucking boundary crossing piece of
not rapist, you sexual abuser. There's a difference. You can call him a sexual abuser. You can't call him a rapist. He is a sexual abuser. He was guilty. He did pull his dick out. He would have gone to jail if the girl would have shown up to court and not been a gold digger. But Adam was
shit. Defend him, Richard.
I went through the whole thing with him. He called me that day. I went to his house. I went through the whole thing for a year with him. I know every fact of the case, every fact. And he's guilty.
Again,
he was guilty.
You are the person that I needed to talk to about this situation. And from now on, until we stop talking about him, I'm going to be serious. Even though I've had wine, I'm going to be serious. Because I told him that he I can't be friends with him at this time.
Guilty.
Because he told me, and he didn't realize he was telling me this, but he told me that he hired lawyers that were so fucking, like, he had the money, his family had the money to hire lawyers to destroy this girl's character.
True. Well, hold on. What he told you is true, but you have to understand they didn't need to do a lot.
I'm not.
I know everything. I know the whole thing.
No. It's fine. All of it. No. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not trying to either. Like, it's fine. Like, I want what's right for the highest, highest spirit of everyone involved. I want the truth to come out. But now that we're on this subject, no, this is important. Now that we're on this subject, has to be dealt with correctly.
Well, let me give you some information you don't have.
He deserves it.
Let me give you,
bro. Richmond deserves it. He deserves. If we're gonna fucking talk about him on a public Zoom, we better give him enough credit too. Even though I blocked him, he better have. We can't be the judge and the jury. So I'm just saying.
I'm not judging or jurying anything. I'm trying to tell you something. So just listen to me for a second. He had his own culpability, and so did she. They were both guilty. The problems that arose here that made him look bad were that he did some shitty things, period. But she was no angel, and he was no angel, period. She bought the liquor. She said, come to my house. He whipped his dick out. Right there, you break the law. That's it. She calls 911. Fucking...
Okay. I got the solution. I literally, like everything we talked about, we can wrap this up right now. Don't whip your dick out.
Let her take it
out.
Do not whip your dick out.
Oh. Everybody, breaking news. Don't whip your dick out.
If she says to you...
You better go back to the proper first base where you say, do you like me? Can I kiss you?
3 words.
That's first base.
3 words.
You don't go straight from here is a distraction, here's my dick.
It's 3 words.
You.
It's 3 words that will flip it and make it easy for everybody. Ready? Oh, I think you're so hot. Oh, really? I bet you got a big dick. Instead of taking it out, you say to the girl, take it out.
No, the girl has to say, take it out.
No. You can't do it. She's got to do it. She can go,
no, we're agreeing that she has to do it.
On my pants. Your fingerprints are on the buttons. You took it out. You did it. You saying to me, take it out? You can refute that. No.
Wait, guys, chill. This is like a molestation fucking court case. Stop. Between men and women, it's not like you pull it out. No, sexuality is very fluid.
By the way,
it's very fluid. Like we're not blaming people for having sexual feelings.
Honey, I was a
have them.
I was a
when you decide that you get to do what you want to do in a moment, and you don't give a fuck about what the other person wants in that moment.
My ex and I swung.
Like, let me tell you something. I had somebody who I was consensual with who also decided while I was sleeping to have sex with me when I was unconscious. And although I had given consensual sex, this man took unconsensual sex while I was asleep.
That's not okay.
So guess what? Like, that's what I'm talking about. There's no nuance in this. Do you have consensual in this moment?
That doesn't mean next Friday's consensual.
Correct.
I know that. You don't have to preach to me. I'm the guy who no woman has ever gone, Rich Chassler.
Rich, don't take it personally when we're public. Like, we're drinking wine, but don't forget that, like, there's people that are viewing this and we're saying what we're saying for them. Like, there's no reason for I do not hold you in any other
5 glasses.
I don't hold you in any other contempt other than that you have not sent that bottle to my home. But
I love you. I'm sorry, 5 glasses, my bad. But the truth is,
how many corks do you have?
Well, you don't want to ask that question because this is just the bag I'm working on, but I have about 14 of these.
Okay. By the way, you win.
This is,
I only have 2.
this is just
I
the
only have
bag I'm
2.
working on.
Here's one. Here's one. Here's one.
Ooh, let me see.
Here's 2. This one didn't even make it out of the fucking corker.
Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Let's just spread it out. Let's see what we got.
You don't get 7-Eleven corks. I just want you to know.
We got.
First of all, shut up because you haven't heard that 7-Eleven cork since 7-Eleven this afternoon.
Dinah, can I tell you something? And I don't know if it's wrong or inappropriate.
Fuck you guys too. Fuck both of
man,
you for having beautiful white teeth.
I am.
You have the best fucking teeth I've ever seen, and both of you have put me to shame. So suck it.
Can I just say what I want to say? And I'm very old-fashioned. I'm a guy who thinks you can compliment women, and I'm a love note guy. Like I
hate you.
You have the sexiest fucking mouth ever. Oh my god. Your mouth is so sexy. I'm not sleeping tonight. That's all I wanted to say. Oh look!
Those are things that I never hear for $1,000, Alex.
This is a Syrah that I have. I had no idea. It's probably 20 years old. I'm just seeing what's in this bag. Oh, Dinah. Look at this.
From China.
China. The 1991 Margot.
What?
Yeah, this is this is
a cork.
Yeah, this is Chateau d'Angloudet, and I have a 91 Margot cork. This is just what's in this bag. I have a ton of these.
This is a 2016.
This is 91.
Oh, this is a 2016. Okay, so just so everybody knows that no matter whose side you were on this entire time, the fact that our corks are so off, like I'm a peasant compared to the corks he's showing you.
You are the opposite peasant.
If you were on my side this entire time, like you lost. Like he is, I'm a fucking peasant.
What you want? Can I tell you the irony of what you just said, if I may? The irony of what you just said is you are the opposite of a peasant. You are the queen. I am merely the humble servant paying homage to the queen, which with what I believe would hold value. You are the queen.
And that is a beautiful example of pandering.
No, but it's true. I'm not going to let someone like you say to me, you're nothing, because I absolutely...
You're nothing. You're nobody.
Not even
Suck
close.
my dick.
I would too. I bet it's big and thick and beautiful. Like, wow.
It's a big and thick and beautiful. I'm only kidding. You guys,
I got lucky.
Shut the fuck up. I finally feel like a person, you guys.
You are a person.
You are a person.
No. I finally feel like not just like, shit, man. I'm like, I enjoy my own company, but quarantine is a motherfucker. Like, this is so fucking gnarly. Like, I have been pretending. I'm excelling. I'm doing art projects. But it's all to avoid the fact that this is freaky.
So freaky. First of all, what you said is really beautiful just now. Thank you. I seriously take that personally as a compliment that you were able to feel this way over the past 3.5 hours. Seriously, I'm seriously. One of the things that I do every day in life, like, again, I was so lucky in my life to be surrounded.
Richard makes me feel like no matter the fact that I was not cast inside of the surfer movie Sean Penn was in like the early. What's it called?
Amazing.
What's it called? Huh? What's it called?
Which one?
Whenever he was like the surfer, like stupid character.
You talking about Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah. Okay.
I was on the set for that. They shot that at my high school.
Okay, so Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh
Fast Times, fuck you. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is the reason why any of us are here right now.
I hate your boyfriend so much. It isn't even funny. It's not even funny how much I hate your boyfriend.
No. Oh yeah. I hate him. You're gonna be like, I love you too.
I know that
actually, both of you, I love you both.
That might happen eventually, but sorry, I'm being very base right now.
First of all, suck it, because me and you and Linda have killed it for like over 3 hours, right, Linda?
Like totally. Yeah, totally.
Me and you and Linda have had fucking threesy for fucking the most amount of time I've ever had threesy.
I've just been paddling in the back. But when I tell you, Dinah, that you are seriously honest to God, and I mean this like in the most sincere, real dictionary definition, like no bullshit way, like you are truly one of, by far, the most incredible, sexiest women I have ever known in my life.
This is my day for compliments.
No,
and
I mean,
funniest.
Like, you are truly
magnificent.
It's not your fault that your soul is 3,000 years old. It's not your fault that you operate on another level and that it's something else to get you, that because you're not normal, and it isn't an everyday guy who will understand that about you. And you have this thing about you that is so hyper intelligent and so radically necessary to listen to, that if you have half a brain and
I'm hoping for half a brain, bro. Like, I hope for half a brain.
You need to listen to it, but then when you hear it, you go, oh, fuck. And it can either be highly emasculating or highly inspiring.
I don't have a penis, so it doesn't emasculate me. But I will tell you that I learned that I have a gift.
You do. And I'm telling you, I'm recognizing and acknowledging it right now. You don't need to tell me that. I'm already on it. You just need to just hear what I'm saying. You're not giving me information I don't have. I'm literally telling you what I see. And I've known you a long time.
No. It's like
you can never, ever, ever, ever,
ever,
ever, ever,
ever,
ever,
never, ever
be with a man who can't say what I just said to you. If he can't language it in a way that breaks you down to the core of your amazing existence, he doesn't get it in an intellectual way.
Well, and if you motherfuckers don't understand that.
No, I get it. I'm the one who just fucking laid it out like a hopscotch board.
Hold on to your hopscotch, butterscotch.
I am. Where do you think my left hand is right now?
Listen here, Candyman. Hold on to your hopscotch, butterscotch, Candyman.
You hear that, 69? She told me to hold on to my hopscotch, butterscotch, Candyman.
What I'm trying to tell you is
sunrise. Sprinkle the dew.
Amazing.
The Candyman can.
Candyman can.
That's my mediocre Sammy Davis Jr.
If you want to know what the kids are calling Candyman now is a fancy car, like like
your chocolate covered.
I'm driving Candyman. I'm driving candy. You want a nice car? You're driving candy.
That fucking mouth. You are.
Yeah, driving candy, man. Only the candy man.
I mean, Linda, tell me you're not having filthy thoughts about that mouth. Oh, the dirty fucking beautiful things.
Yeah, dirty son of a bitch.
You dirty son of a bitch, yeah. You filthy.
You're dirty. You're such a dirty son of a bitch. You want to know why you failed at everything? You dirty
son of a bitch, yeah.
You had a chance one time. You was beautiful, but you're dirty
son of a bitch.
Yeah, a dirty son of a bitch.
Yeah, you dirty bastard, yeah.
You're such a dirty bitch.
You dirty bastard.
There's no chance for you now.
Never. You had one, but you know what?
You tried, you failed. Good
you dirty bastard.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants to know a failure. Go home. Sleep it off. When you wake up, go back to sleep.
I'm sick.
You guys are so awesome.
I'm so sick of sleeping alone.
I think I'll sign out now.
Linda,
we fucking taught her a lesson.
Love you. It's been very exciting for me.
I don't even know if we answered one question.
You made her come. Good night.
Well, I don't want to brag, you know.
Leave. Just leave. She fucking had a great time. I love you both.
You taught me a lot about comedy. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Did we?
You taught me a lot about innocence and purity and pure intention and curiosity and receiving new information and just being amazing energy.
And comedy.
Well, I wasn't thinking about comedy because I was already like totally disproportionately like disaffected. Go ahead.
Hilarious.
On you.
I love you both so much. Thanks for this time.
Linda, you're amazing. I'm always here for you, but being on with Dinah was so fun. I don't even know if anybody watched, but this was so brilliant.
I don't even care. This has been so great.
Linda, I just want you to know that I know that you wanted to end this at the very least 20 minutes ago, but you were so polite. And I just want to thank you for being so polite.
You guys are great. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Richard hates me for calling you polite, but you know what I meant.
I'm the corniest motherfucker on the planet. I don't hate anybody for that. Are you joking?
Okay, everybody, good night. This is the longest comedy fucking set I've ever had in my life. Good night.
So fun. Good night.
Good night.
Love you guys.
Love you more.
Love you
more.
Bye.
Love you more.
Love you more.
More.
Fucking love you more.
Fucking best smile ever. Gorgeous.
Ever.
Beautiful.
Oh, her. Yeah, she's got a great smile.
Good night.
Like ridiculous. Good night.
Trying to message me back. Bye, you guys.
Good night.